Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.
Like I said, Flight Sports TV, that's where it's at.
Flight Sports TV.
You must got your mic on mute. We don't hear anything from you, Flight.
Oh, my bad. Can you hear me? My bad. Yeah. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Shout out to everybody that's rocking with Flight Sports TV, ladies and gentlemen. You already know what it is. We about to get rocking and rolling. Listen, we got ourselves a hell of a game. Obviously, we got to get into the debacle of the Boston Celtics. We must get into that sooner than later. But I do want to get people buckled up and ready for the Phoenix Suns versus the Denver Nuggets. Kevin Durant was on record of being ready for game 2. So let's see how ready this man is. The Denver Nuggets not only beat them in game 1, but I think they gave the Phoenix Suns a statement. They let them know what it is. And the Phoenix Suns are in serious trouble if these guys don't wake up and seize the moment. Speaking of seizing the moment, James Harden, it is looking like he's turning back the clock. It's looking like he's getting back in Houston mode, ladies and gentlemen. It's looking like he's getting back to the good old days. We all know James Harden has been a lot of, trials and tribulations that negated some of his play. But we all know this man is one of the most talented players in the world when he wants to be. We're going to get all into it, man. Salute to the whole chat. Shout out to the whole panel. You already know what it is. We got all access in the building. Dex, talk to the people. We live.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Flight Sports TV, the machine, the voice of the voiceless, the people's champ, the hottest on the streets. Shout out to the panel as it reaches its premium peak. And shout out to the chat and all of its cacophony. Most definitely shout out to everybody pulling up to Flight Sports TV. Yes, Flight. That Boston Celtics game was definitely surprising and a letdown to Beantown and his fan base. They thought they was getting the 76ers of old, but minus Joel Embiid, we got a doozy from James Harden. And we have a Batman and a Robin still, because you got James Harden, Batman, and he brought his Robin with him, and Tyrese Maxey. Listen, that's going to be a tough call for Boston because Philly is able to get out and run. They do not have to wait for the behemoth himself, the monstrosity of a human being, even though he might win MVP for the season. It was a track meet for the Philadelphia 76ers. But this game here tonight, which we're streaming, the number 1 seed in the West, Denver Nuggets versus the newly fed Phoenix Suns with the awesome addition of Kevin Durant. And we know what Kevin Durant did. Kevin Durant was led by the Suns with 29 points and 14 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, and 3 blocks. Kevin Durant was out here playing D. I'm talking about the old head turned back the clock a little bit his damn self with the 14 rebounds and 3 blocks. But Flight, that just wasn't enough to get the Phoenix Suns, the boys from the desert. I'm talking about the Ixler they drink, that cactus juice, over the hump because Jamal Murray was just a little too much for him. Flight that 34-point scoring binge that Jamal Murray went on in the third quarter was able to uphold what the Denver Nuggets came to do. And he was also assisted with the complimentary of two-time MVP Nikola Jokic, who put up 24 points and 19 freaking rebounds. He almost had a 2020 flight. So the Suns are
Absolutely.
definitely fighting the uphill battle. And we're going to see if the Suns can hold off and steal one up here at the Ball Arena in the Rockies, 1 mile high above sea level.
Yes, sir. We're gonna find out. We got already the Phoenix Suns on the board. Devin Booker did his thing. He hit it off the glass. He has Phoenix up 2-zip at the moment. The clock is 11:19. Let's see what happens. I want to know if this is a must-win situation. Salute to the Zen Master. Shout out Rap God. Shout out to the Man 9000, Rico, everybody that's in the chat. Man, love. I got my man Jamal Murray with the Rock right now as we speak. He's doing what he needs to do. We got a break into action. It's gonna be interesting to see how the ref calls the game today. I want to see what's going on with Kevin Durant. I'm not ready to. I'm tired of letting Kevin Durant off the hook. It's time for Kevin Durant to play like Kevin Durant. Like I said, if this was LeBron James, we would have been all over his case. We can't let these guys get off the hook, man. So I'm gonna be up here. I want to see something from Kevin Durant, point blank, period. Salute to the Zen Master with the $20 super chat. Well, I appreciate you, Zen Master, with your $20 super chat, man. God bless. It's Flight Sports. Oh my goodness. And Jokic done backs out with a three. Good Lord. The Denver Nuggets, man, I'm telling you, they're gonna be a hard team to beat, man. I'm starting to feel like this might be their year. Like I said, Denver been knocking on the door for years and they never could break through for whatever reason. But it is what it is at the end of the day. Big time screen and roll. DeAndre Ayton, big play. And the free throw. It's 4-3 right now. Denver. Jokic with the rock. Jokic kicks it out to Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon gives it to my man Jokic. Jokic facing up, posting up. Jokic. Oh my goodness, he just violated Ayton. Ayton can't do nothing with him. Big time play from Jokic. This dude is a problem. Kevin Durant with the rock picked up by Gordon. Gives it to Devin Booker. This should be a good matchup. But like I said, I'm gonna see what KD gonna do. Booker, you telling me all these scores? They just fouled Booker. Booker's headed to the line. All these damn scores. They can't nobody get the job done. I mean, nah, it can't go down like that. It can't go down like that. Let's see what happens now.
Early on in the matchup, we got Kevin Durant being guarded by Gordon, but
Yeah.
on the other end, Kevin Durant is guarding Michael Porter Jr. Michael Porter Jr. is keeping Kevin Durant on the arc.
Wow. I need to monitor that situation, Kevin Durant, defensively. But I do see, like I said, Phoenix, they trying. Ayton with a big time play. Ayton is doing big things ever since the arrival of Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant has been all over him, too. Jokic, he's always at the 3-point line. So in turn, he's bringing Ayton completely out the paint. Denver turns the basketball over. Murray with a rare turnover. Silly mistake on Murray's part. Big time play by that by your team too, man. Everybody who checked out the first game. Appreciate y'all. We got a great game here. CP3 with the rock. Picked up with Murray. Screen with Ayton. Chris Paul. Mid range. Missed it. I remember the days that was automatic for Chris Paul. Chris Paul clearly has lost the step. Clearly. I mean, I remember the good old days with Chris Paul. He really looking like a shell of himself. I just want them to get him the championship so he can go ahead and sit down. I don't see Chris Paul playing another year or two. He might be coming off the bench, I'm telling you. Not right away, but clearly something's off. Next year, Phoenix need to think about getting a little more athletic at that position. Brown, he couldn't score. Jokic out here playing point guard, y'all. That's the scary part. This dude is 7 foot something. Up here running like he a damn point guard. Something wrong with that. That's a serious problem to defend. But it is what it is at the end of the day. It's 6-5 right now. Great game. 8:48. Devin Booker with the rock crossing half court. Devin Booker to the paint. He trying to hit it off the glass. He can't do it. Kevin Durant, top of the key three, and he missed it. Damn. Denver out here playing basketball, y'all. They're gonna be a hard team to beat. Jokic. Jokic is a beast. Jokic just put it up over him. Jokic, man, this dude is completely unstoppable. CP3 to Brown to Booker. Booker all the way to the paint to KD. Oh, in and out. Kevin Durant could not convert. Bad play on Kevin Durant's part. Nobody wants to see that. Denver couldn't score, rebounded. Chris Paul outlet the 8, and he bangs it. Phoenix up. Phoenix up one, so they're making good plays early. They got to weather the storm. Try to get the crowd out the game. And really just want to try to win one game, and you're gonna have to win at least one game up here in Denver to get the series. So when the hell do you want to choose that game to win? You want to wait all the way to game 7? You might want to win now. Because there's no telling. Denver gonna go to your building, they building and try to take them out 3-zip. I mean, it's been a long time coming. It's a tie game right now. It's 10-10. Murray and these dudes. Murray got hurt. Jokic. They was like top team in the West, and they was losing early. They had injury, all kind of shit was going on with Denver. It's only a matter of time, man. The window gonna shut. It ain't gonna be open forever. They got to get at least one. They got to at least get to the finals. Jokic, there we go. I mean, back-to-back MVP. They talking about giving him another one. You got to at least reach the final. Same thing for 8. Pardon me, for Joel Embiid. Like, these dudes got to at least get to the finals. Saying I was just on Carmelo Anthony about that too, man. Melo, that's bad. You got to at least get to the finals. It is what it is. But we got Devin Booker, pull up 3 ball. He couldn't convert. Devin Booker out here doing dumb stuff. He got to put his head in the game and play a little smarter. We got Jamal Murray, turnover. We got a stoppage in play. Good defense right there. That was from Okogie. Great defense. We got a break into action. We headed to a timeout. This is a crazy play, crazy game. What you seeing so far, Dax?
Yeah, Jamal Murray was a little lackadaisical right there, and it cost him. He lost focus, cost him a turnover right before the break. The Nuggets got a timeout. Malone, I'm quite sure he's got to give Jamal Murray an earful on that one, because that was definitely unnecessary and egregious in nature for a turnover like that on their side of the bucket and cost them a attempt at the basket. But other than that, the game is just trying to flow, filling each other out. And each team has its tentacles in the air to feel the other team's heat check. So we'll see what tentacles feel what and how they will finish this first quarter. It's important to the Suns.
You're right about that. It's crazy, Dax. We're in the middle of a commercial break. Do you think this is a must win? For the Suns, they have to win tonight, or what you think?
Well, like I'm always stay with the old adage that the series don't really begin until the home team lose. So Denver is expected to win these 2 games. They're favorite. The odds maker have them past the Phoenix Suns, but we will see what Phoenix do when they get back to their building. It just almost could be a resemblance of what happened with the Golden State Warriors and the Sacramento Kings. How Sacramento ran off to Nathan
It looked
against
like
the
it was
Golden State
over.
Warriors.
It looked
Well, I
like it
knew it
was
wasn't
over.
over. I knew
Yeah,
it wasn't over because I know how these things go. I done seen too much playoff basketball to know that most teams win at home, and that's why you fight for home court advantage because you can play in your silo. But at the same time, the series do not start until the home team lose.
we got a call, Dax. We're gonna wait for that to happen, man. Like I said, I don't have no dog in this race. My team, we lost, so the series already done started for the New York Knicks. But I wish everybody's team the best of luck. The series just started for the Boston Celtics, goddamn it. So let's see if the Phoenix Suns can start this series, tonight. I want to see something from Kevin Durant. As much as we think about the star power on Phoenix, Kevin Durant is the guy who they try to compare to all these great legends. You know, um, and that's who I want to see deliver. Not so much Booker. You know, you got to think about it. The Golden State Warriors are still thriving to this day. You don't see them running around trying to get another superstar down there to Golden State. But you got Kevin Durant running around jumping ship to ship to ship to ship, looking for a location while Golden State continues to be consistent. You
Yeah,
know, get
we call that hopping from pillar to post.
Yes, and now look at him now on a super team. He left Brooklyn. He couldn't hold it down in Brooklyn, and I mean, damn, he didn't even attempt. He didn't even try. He just wanted to leave so he can go where the deck was stacked. I mean, you was at least going to the playoffs. You would have played what? I mean, the Sixers. You probably most likely would have lost, but who knows? You do have James Harden's number, so I think the East Coast basketball might be more suited for him coming out
Bismack
west.
Biyombo is entered the game. We
Yeah.
seeing all these former Charlotte Hornets
Mm.
having deep runs in the playoffs.
They need to get some of these guys back, don't you think?
They need to reassess their thinking.
Yeah, man, you got to have some locker room guys. You got to. Kevin Durant with the rock posted up on Gordon. Kevin Durant turns it over like an idiot. Bad play by Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant got to keep his head in the game. The Dubs, that's going to be a hell of a series. Tomorrow, make sure y'all pull up, man. It's going down. The Golden State Warriors, man, back at it. Back at it. Crazy. Unbelievable.
Look at Bismack. Look at the old heads. I appreciate these old heads, man. They still effective.
Who, Bismack?
Yeah, he just made it. He just made the shot.
Yeah. He out there getting rebounds. He doing what he do best. Stay on the boards. Kevin Durant always trying to shoot over like a bunch of people. So I'm doing that. He's the face up and he don't give a damn who the hell in front of him. Something off with KD. He ain't hitting no shots. And the same with Chris Paul. Like I said, I feel like he lost the
Bismack.
stage. Chris Paul missing patent and mid-range shots that he always makes.
Kevin Durant over here muscling with Aaron Gordon, caused a
Yeah,
turnover.
of course. Draft lottery. Don't be silly, man. Ain't the Charlotte Hornets involved? We're gonna have a draft lottery special, goddamn it. They better get here an hour before. We need all the luck we could get. We gotta share. We're gonna have to come together collectively. We're gonna talk this shit into existence.
Mm.
14-12.
So you think Adam Silver gonna throw Michael Jordan a bone, huh?
I'm praying. I'm praying for LaMelo's sake and for Charlotte's sake. People make it seem like we just homers, but it's good for Charlotte. You want Melo and Charlotte for years to come, or you ready for this shit to come to a screeching halt?
So they said Michael Jordan just back up, man. Back up on the decision making. We're gonna throw
We
y'all
got to
something.
try something. I mean, listen, they gave Magic. I remember when Magic was in the Magic got his pick. Magic ain't really want number one. He wanted the number two pick. You see, now you got Jordan involved. You got to give Jordan this pick, goddamn it. You have to. They need it the most, and it's better for him. But you never know, man. They might get you. I could see him giving it to Houston. This shit can go in a multitude of directions. Shit is crazy. I could see something like that. They just got the new coach, Udoka. They fuck around and get him.
No, Houston already got their bone.
Yeah, but if they get the number one pick, what the fuck you think they're gonna do? Trade it? They're gonna
No, I
trade.
don't
They're
even
gonna
think
draft
Houston
one
gonna get the
beyond.
number one pick. I think Houston might be number 4 somewhere.
Well, I hope they got it just as
I
good
think
of a
it's
chance.
I think it's gonna be Charlotte or San Antonio. One of them two.
I hope so. Charlotte get it, man. It's over. Charlotte gonna have a team. Good play by Gordon. They got me caught. They got me brainstorming about the draft lottery. Charlotte will get the note. Yeah, we got to talk into existence. We got 2 weeks.
Kevin
Salute,
Durant,
salute to the John C. Kevin Durant in the mid range. Let's see if KD can get going. He can heat up.
tie ball game.
Yeah, let's see what the Nuggets could do out here. Nuggets is just, like I said, playing very consistent. Jokic is out there playing like his life on the line. You know that they trying to beat him. Oh my goodness, Jokic is so damn skilled. What the hell he did? Just knocked out Biombo?
Suns called a
Biombo is on the
timeout.
bench. Man, what the hell's going on? They probably want to
Now
review.
this African ain't hurt. Africans don't get hurt.
Yeah, it's a veteran move. We got to get some
Man, get
extra
your big
rest.
ass up.
Other guys need rest. It's crazy. To sit on the floor a little longer. He just bounced with me into next year. Biombo was at. I forgot what team he was good on. He fucked around and got a
Orlando.
contract.
No, he got his contract with Melo.
No, no, but
Beyond Bismack, he got a contract. We talking about with Orlando.
yeah, I know, yeah. I
But he
know he
got
got
this contract with LaMelo. He was on his way out the league.
I feel like he got I feel like he got a contract before that though.
No, remember he just was on
I know
just
he
on
got
Charlotte.
he got him a nice contract with Orlando, wasn't it?
Yeah, Orlando gave him the money. Then he went to Charlotte, right?
He got
And then
overpaid
he was about
somewhere.
ready to fall out the league. They wasn't even using Bismack. Then all of a sudden, LaMelo got that starting position. Bismack Biyombo was his somewhat mentor. Remember that? Oh, do you
No,
remember all that?
of course, I remember that. He was mentoring. He was like talking to him on the bench a lot.
And Melo giving him the ball, and Bismack became somewhat marketable. And
Yeah,
they Herb and got his ass up out of there. As soon as he got marketable, he got his ass up out of there.
yeah. When it was time to pay him, shit, Charlotte, I'm not paying you. It'd be stupid. Get this dude some money. Fuck up the whole operation.
Because he was definitely playing for a contract.
Yeah, so it's crazy. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. The Denver Nuggets, man. They doing their thing. They trying to, hold it down. Beating the team 2 times ain't never easy. But they got the talent to pull it off. Let's see if they can do it.
Well, it's a tie ball game. Phoenix is where they need to be. The score is 0-0, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So they got 2 minutes and 23 seconds left to play out this zone of the first quarter. As we say in dominoes, the first house.
You know how to play dominoes?
Do I? I used to play dominoes for bread and meat. If I didn't win, I didn't eat.
Wow. They call dominoes bones, huh?
Bones, yep.
Yeah. You know how to play spades?
Know how to play spades as well. I know how to play pinochle. I know how to play tunk. I know how to play solitaire.
I
I know how
don't
to
know.
play go fish. I know how to play I declare war.
I remember that shit. I
I know how
declare
to play
war.
bridge.
I declare war. That's some young shit. Learning how to play
Yeah,
cards.
exactly.
Yeah, I remember I
That's
did
your
that shit when I was a
introduction.
little kid. Yeah, it was I declare war. We playing cards. That shit was fun as hell when you was a kid.
Bruce Brown missed the free throw.
Yeah, I
I
got
mean, he made a pull-up jumper by the free throw.
Jokic trying to shoot a three. It's a dead ball. Let me know who y'all got in this game tonight. It's a close game so far. West Coast basketball. Phoenix Suns versus the Denver Nuggets.
Kevin Durant in the mid range.
Great play. Tie game. Salute the rap guy. KD all the way to the paint. Let's see what he could do with it. I mean, he made it, but that shot was tough. He took a lot of tough shots. You gotta stop. You gotta slow that down. It was like this dude eight. This dude eight and really can't deal with this dude Jokic. Jokic is just violating like anywhere. D book, mid range booker. Oh man, they shots just not falling. They're getting good looks, but they're just not falling for whatever reason. Real good pass.
Damn, Kevin Durant is all on the floor. What's going on with Kevin Durant? Boy, he's trying to play, huh? Ooh, Booker.
KD.
It's a new sheriff in town.
Man, you gotta go to the hot hand. Whoever rolling. If KD don't got it, Booker gotta keep going with Booker. That's why he came here. Kevin Durant, he wants somebody to do shit like that. Somebody to score all the points so he could do nothing.
Why you dragging Kevin Durant?
No, I mean, because like I said, as much as you might think I get on LeBron, he ain't even shit on LeBron level. These dudes on a whole nother tier. Like they're
Phoenix
on the
up by
low.
5.
Yeah, him and Kawhi. Ain't nothing to do is fucking with LeBron. None of them. 21-16. We at the end of we got the fast clock rolling. Kevin Durant guarded by Braun. Kevin Durant kick it out. And oh man, this dude Brown, what kind of shit was that? In the middle of the playoffs? That was a nasty air ball. That wasn't even close.
Christian Brown.
You got Jokic out here throwing no looks. It's getting crazy. KD with it. Like, look how he going for the last shot. Let's see if he can be successful in this possession. Kevin Durant got Braun on him. 8, 7, 6, 5. Of course, he moved it, and he was fouled. It looked like he was penetrating. They probably the play was the foul on the penetration. It's crazy. I don't know why they do that, but I guess they had a foul again. You
Had a
shouldn't
foul
send
again.
nobody to the line in that moment. That's all. Moving the basketball. They kick it to KD. KD picked up by Braun. Shot. He missed it. Kevin Durant missed the shot.
CB's playing some defense on KD.
Yeah, they trying. Who you talking about, Braun?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Christian B.
Never know what they're doing, man. They got that team there assembled for a reason. They just need to put it together and win the formula, and they're gonna be good.
So after one, Denver didn't even crack 20.
Nope.
Wow. Wow. We might need to visit this. Denver didn't even get 20 points in a quarter, in the first quarter.
On
And the
defense,
Suns barely got 21. That's low scoring.
yeah. They're trying to play some defense. It ain't gonna be easy for whatever reason. It's hard for the West Coast teams to really lock up defensively. They just always want to run and gun. Both teams want to run and gun. They ain't playing no defense like the New York Knicks or the Miami Heat. I just feel like just different conferences. They play the game. The game get played a little bit different. The Lakers, they play a little slow kind of style, and they can slow it down and defend, obviously because of LeBron. But I feel like everybody else, they're just trying to run up the scoreboard. Curry has his chance to knock old man. Hey, if you LeBron James, man, you can't lose to Steph Curry. You can't do it. Now Steph Curry done beat you, you know, without Kevin Durant, with Kevin Durant. Now he don't got the super team. Is you there with Anthony? You got to win this series. He cannot lose to Steph Curry. I don't give a damn what the hell they say. They say is Kevin Durant, is Kawhi Leonard, is Kobe. LeBron's greatest rival is Steph Curry. Okay, Steph Curry is the only player, you know, who they faced off in the finals. All of the criteria that circles rivalry, they met it, and they try to diffuse it. That's just because the era that we in. If they was in the old era, they would have embraced that shit. You know, they met in the finals multiple times. You know, so it's clearly a back to back. It's a rivalry. You know, with them, and it is what it is. And it's where you even in Jordan's era. I'll leave this one point and I'll leave it alone. Even in Jordan's era, man, no star tied him in championships. I mean, seriously, this dude literally came up here and took over. And pardon me, this dude just tied LeBron James in championships in the same era while LeBron was in his prime. You know, I mean, even though he had a super team, but still, I mean, the shit like that ain't supposed to happen, and people trying to negate that. It is what it is. That's why they try to protect LeBron James, the NBA. That's really why they're holding Carmelo Anthony out the league because they don't want the rule books to say, oh, Carmelo would play the same amount of years as you. They want to make it seem like he was running up all these years and it was just unprecedented. You know, I'm sorry, I'm getting upset. I'm getting carried away. My bad. But it's the truth. Call it what the fuck you want. I'm speaking nothing but the truth. Brown with the ball right now. He gives it to my man Murray. Let's see what Murray could do. Murray kicks it out. You got Brown. The Nuggets. Nuggets are back on the board. Nuggets is playing well offensively. D Book with it. D Book finds back to Booker. Booker in the mid range. I mean, why do they take the toughest shots ever? They take the toughest shots. It's crazy. No, but that's the God honest truth, man, about Carmelo Anthony, man. That's really why they trying to keep him out the league. They trying to give LeBron James the real good talk when it's all said and done. This has never been done before. Carmelo was out the league. This one and that. That's just gonna be sad. I'm telling you. It makes absolute no sense. The things that they doing. But it's the truth. They're gonna have to give LeBron. They got listen. The shit they're doing don't make no sense. Yeah, we got to do a wellness check on a lot of motherfuckers. Motherfuckers be gone. They teams losing. They don't see them no more. Should I lose? I'm right here. Motherfuckers switching teams. It's getting scandalous. I'm telling you, man. It don't get no worse than this, man. You know, sticking with your team is like this the last of a dying breed out here, man. Shit, I'm a Knicks fan. I'm going down with the shit. Period. Right, I don't switch teams. It's 21-20, but I just wanted to get that out on my man Carmelo Anthony. I've been thinking about that. And it's the truth. Gordon, just think about what I said. Sleep on it. It's a tie ball game, 21-21. There's no buck jumping podcast. Salute to Zen Master. Working hard. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be something epic. We got Gordon big time at the line. Put the Nuggets back up by 1. We got 10 minutes and change left to go in the second. We got a great ball game. D Book gives it to. I keep forgetting this dude's name. Cameron Payne. My fault. About to say the wrong name. Cameron Payne is just like I said. He moving sloppy out there, man. He got to put his head in the game. D Book with it. Devin Booker kicks it out to Ayton. What was it, 3 in the key? Phoenix turns it over. Yeah, that was 3 seconds of violation. This dude just camping out in the paint. What the hell is this? Good play right now. Braun is inbound and gives it to Murray has the rock. Look out for Jamal Murray, man. I believe he's an all-star talent. If he's not an all-star player, he's an all-star talent. I don't think he ever made the all-star team either. Big time 3 by Gordon. He missed it. Rebounded by Book. Book has it. He's coming up half court. Oh, he's shaking and baking over Green. Oh, and see, these are just difficult shots, man. Like, I want y'all to look. This seems like Devin Booker. It's like he got the Zach LaVine syndrome. It's like he need to shoot over 3 people. He need to shoot over all these. He need to go over a double team. It's like, what the hell is this all about? He need to try to go attack the basket over 3, 4 people. Now, I don't understand this. It's like they make the shit more difficult than it need to be. It don't make no sense. We got Cameron Payne with the rock. Cameron Payne gives it to my man Craig. Craig kicks it out back to Book. Book has it. Braun is all over him. Devin Booker turns it over. See, this dude just making his life. He making his life hard. He making this shit smoke. It's so easy, but he making this shit difficult. And they turn it over and they score. Unbelievable. 21-24. We got a commercial break. The Denver Nuggets about to seize control of this game off the stupidity of Devin Booker. Like I said, just silly basketball. Silly. So it cost them the game, y'all. What do you think about this, Dex?
Well, Devin Booker is trying to do too much, trying to insert himself as a scoring machine in the absence of Kevin Durant on the floor. And I think he's overplaying his talent. And this is why he's turning the ball over, missing shots. Denver up 3 with 9 minutes and 37 seconds left to go in the second quarter.
I agree with that. Salute to everybody in the chat. Crazy game going so far. It's a lot more competitive though than the previous game. So nobody's trying to lose. Ain't nobody trying to lose, man. So let's see who will survive this encounter. Salute my man Quiz just rolled in the building. New York City was good.
What's good with you, Flight? Shout out to you, my brother.
I can't call it. I'm sitting there cooling, man. Messing around with some good old basketball. You got the Denver Nuggets rocking and rolling versus the Phoenix Suns. Look like we got ourselves a much more competitive basketball game.
For now.
Did you
Can
see
I say
that?
something, Flight? I'm gonna say something extreme. I know some people are just gonna be like, why? How could you say this so soon, Quiz? But I'm gonna just keep it a buck with y'all.
Okay.
The Denver Nuggets are just a better team than the Suns, flat out. This is gonna be This is a shooting match, and I'm sorry, but Joker.
Yeah, he's a
Still
problem. He the
uncontested.
equalizer.
Yeah, because I mean, you could have all of them dudes. The Suns aren't going to beat I just don't see the Suns being able to beat this team by outscoring them. Period. The Nuggets can get buckets. They have a bunch of dudes who play. They have a bunch of athletic dudes. They have some tall dudes like Michael Porter Jr.
They just got a bunch of weapons.
Yeah, and the thing you got to remember is a lot of these dudes weren't really available to them. You know what I mean? The way they wanted them to be in a lot of their playoffs. So.
Right.
But I don't know, man. The Suns, man. I mean, I don't know. Nobody wants to point out. I listened to a lot of people talk about the Suns today, but nobody wanted to point out the elephant in the room. Stephen A. Smith, Shannon, Skip. Nobody wanted to point out the elephant in the room that the Suns
Well, what the hell are
cannot.
they saying now?
Well, they say everything, but they don't say that the Suns can't defend the damn Nuggets. They just can't, bro.
Yeah.
It's a wacky game.
They can guard a parked car.
Yeah, not in this series. I just think that the Nuggets have that huge advantage with Joker. You know what I mean? And then the Nuggets have shooting, and the Suns have shooting, but the Nuggets. This is like kind of like a more wide open kind of game because these two teams are really like jump shooting squads, and they have some players that I don't think it's that they're playing really terrible defense. I think they're playing a bunch of dudes who are tough to defend. You know what I mean? To be honest with you.
Yeah, the Nuggets. I think the Nuggets will probably win this series. I hope they can put Kevin Durant out of his misery because he just don't want it.
Kevin Durant. He's a dying dog. Is that what you're saying, Clay?
Yeah, I'm just tired of dudes like Kevin Durant. I mean, Kevin Durant is a trip, man. He just
is good, but
he just not. He ain't on LeBron level. Period.
I mean, I wouldn't even necessarily say that. It's just that these dudes are human. We
like
to make them like they're bigger than life, but I mean, like you watch this game, KD misses shots. Let's stop acting like you haven't watched basketball and seen KD miss shots. He misses shots too.
He need to get his team in the game, and he need to be the reason why they win. Stop looking for Booker, man. It's 21-24.
His shot ain't falling flight.
Oh my goodness! You got Jeff Green. He done turned back the clock on their ass.
Hell yeah! And they got Jeff Green. Listen, the Nuggets got some dudes over there. They got like Jeff Green. They got Caldwell Pope. Those dudes are dogs. Those dudes just woke up. Let's run. Let's get in the open court. You know what I mean? Aaron Gordon.
Yeah.
Those dudes are all dogs.
Yeah, second round is crazy. It's too many crazy matchups.
That's my wacky take. Nobody needs to agree with me. I've seen enough.
I've seen enough.
I mean, this is a good series, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Nuggets get these guys out of here in 5.
I agree with that.
And that's crazy because this is a close game. You know what I mean? But I'm just looking at this. I can see how this is going to go in the final 2 minutes.
Hey, let's see what KD could do. See, he missed some threes.
He's missing everything. He's not shooting well at all tonight.
He need to take the ball to the basket. There's a lot. They really doing a good job on him though.
Yeah, they are, and
he just want to shoot.
They don't make it comfortable for him to put the ball on the court at all.
Yeah, he just wants to shoot, man. That's all he want to do. He just want to shoot 50-footers, and that's that. And it looks good when it goes in, brother.
Either one of these teams is really looking stellar. I can give you that. It's kind of a sloppy game.
Yeah, you're right about that, Dex. I
think the West gonna be one in the other series. The one of that series is gonna go to the finals.
Who the Warriors Lakers?
Yeah, because I don't see the Nuggets beating the Warriors, and I don't see the Nuggets beating the Lakers.
The Warriors can be beaten. I mean, I think
they can. But LeBron got to do it.
I think it'll be a good series with all of them.
If LeBron can't beat them, they're gonna fuck around and win the championship.
The Warriors are just dangerous because you got the equalizer.
Oh, finally, Kevin Durant is on the board with a three. It took 100 attempts, but he finally hit one. It's 24-26.
There we go. Yeah, I think that the Warriors just have that equalizer with I mean, what are you gonna do when Steph Curry has a performance like he had last night? I mean, and he's a very you can see it in his body language when he starts going, and you can see the whole team feed off of that.
Yeah.
I think the Warriors are going to get the Lakers out of here. I hate to say that, but I think so. I think that the Lakers are great. I love AD and stuff like that.
I hate to say that. Stop it.
Yeah, I want to see the matchup between. I want to see the matchup between Anthony Davis and Draymond. I want Draymond to piss him off. I hope he step on his ass. He gonna fuck around and get him hurt. Right?
Dex, regardless of what you think, I am
Enough of the
not a
blasphemy.
Yeah, you gonna
I
fuck
am not a
around?
Lakers fan. I'm not a Warriors fan, but I'm not a hater either. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Really
Hey,
not.
I'm just telling you how it is. This dude Anthony Davis is liable to step on this motherfucker, Anthony Davis.
I'd love to see it.
Is that out the stretch of imagination?
Yeah,
They
yeah,
don't get into
that
some
is because
shit.
they part of the same agency. So Draymond knows his
Okay,
limitations.
yeah,
He knows his
okay.
boundaries.
Draymond Green is a winner. He's a basketball player. All that shit gonna go out the window. They in the playoffs. This ain't the regular season. It's
Man,
win
you
or go
gotta remember
home.
they got Looney Rodman out there. Shit.
Now, Draymond gonna put them on game. Draymond want them to think they friends. LeBron
They are
don't.
kind of friends though.
Yeah,
Draymond's
okay.
friendly with them dudes. He's friendly
Well,
with
we're gonna see
LeBron
how
pretty
friendly
much.
they are. Well, they champions.
You never
I
hear him
mean, the
talk
Lakers are
greasy about
champions
LeBron.
too, but I mean, to me, I just like I said, they both teams got pedigree, but the Warriors, man, like I said, man, they've got a serious pedigree over there, man. Look
I
out for
just got the
Steve Kerr and
Warriors
versus
concerned.
Darvin Ham. That's all I'm gonna say.
I think that
Shit can come down to coaching.
Steve Kerr got him in
Steve
coaching.
Kerr, yeah, he got the edge because he's been running this system for the last 8
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
Right.
So what
Not
about
only that,
that could play the difference.
hold on. Adding to that, Dex, is all of his players. These players been around. It's not like these players are new to this system either.
Man, that
Unlike
shit
some
is
of
on
the other
autopilot.
Right.
Yeah, and I think it's just going to come down to the fact that I don't think that Clay is going to play as poorly as he played last series. I think this series is a one that is a better series for him, and I
But
think the
he
Warriors
don't
have a
like
side
LeBron.
shooting.
And LeBron don't care for him either.
Oh wow, I
They
didn't know that.
rivals. They rivals, man. You got to go back up to Oakland. LeBron and Oakland. This shit gonna be crazy. That's why they're gonna lose game one. The Warriors gonna win tomorrow. You know, and I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know.
Hey, Game 7, Steph, man, he's a scary dude, man. I hope that dude hasn't woken up. I have a feeling that last series might have done something to that dude. He's like, y'all must have forgot. Y'all don't want to see no parts of that Steph. But you know what I mean? And it's years later. Remember, I think that Dex, you might remember when the year LeBron beat him, he swatted Steph and he was very disrespectful on the court to Steph Curry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
That was hilarious. That's one of my favorite NBA moments. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I love that. Dex thinks I have this thing for the
Steph
Lakers. I loved watching Steph get his shit.
Steph told
snapped.
LeBron, "Hey man, keep it basketball." LeBron said, "Fuck you."
No, I loved it. I thought it was a basketball play. You know what I mean? I've been on a basketball court. Some dude over here, this little nigga trying to get big on me. Nigga, get that shit out of here. You can see the scowl on LeBron's face, man. I love that shit.
Why did Steph tell him to keep it basketball? Why would he even do that? Hey man,
you know
keep
how
it
it is,
basketball.
Dex, you know how it is.
You.
When you get your shit, when you get your feelings hurt, man, you know what you got to say something.
Yeah, but Steph don't be trying to get all physical. He talking competitive shit talk.
It's a 2-point ball game, 28-30.
I have no remorse for Steph Curry because that motherfucker, he's about as cocky as they get. He kind of keeps it cute, but you know what I mean. All of that extra shit, I be feeling some type.
But they don't call him babyface assassin for nothing.
That was shit. He be murdering people, like for real. And I mean, shaking his shoulders. I mean, don't catch him in Golden State. He's very disrespectful.
Yeah, most definitely, man. Salute to everybody in the chat right now.
But that's going to be the most fun series for sure, because I think that, you know, people are going to love wanting to see that. That's why I think that's going to be a very dangerous series. How you guys feel? James Harden turned back the hands of time tonight, bruh.
That was a doozy.
Yeah, it was a great game.
45 in the victory on the road.
Right now, who was the
home
manager?
court advantage.
Who was the dude that brought James Harden over to the
Morley?
Yeah, right now he's licking his chops. It's like, yeah, y'all talk crazy about me. James went out there and got them one.
Mm-hmm.
He's looking like a damn genius for bringing him. He must have knew. He's like, I know Joel Embiid's history.
Yep. For real though, right?
Facts. He's seen it ahead of all of us. I know that man's history. Let me get somebody in here who can, you know, when when Embiid pulls an Embiid on us.
But that give Embiid additional time to rest with that victory.
Yes, it does. But I mean, I got to really shout out because people talk a lot of very disrespectful about a lot of players in the NBA. You know, I have conversations. My brother's been very disrespectful to James Harden over his entire career. You know, he can't never seem to find nothing nice to say about that man until this season. He's finally started to open up his eyes to, you know, the fact that James Harden's one of the assist leaders. And I mean, the dude can still score, maybe not as much as in Houston, but tonight was a reminder just for those who never heard that Roy Jones Jr. song. Y'all must have forgot.
He sure did try to rap, didn't
he? He was like, y'all must have forgot. My goodness, Dex, that man was cooking tonight. He was doing his step back in the whole nine within the rules. He was cheating.
He was within the rules.
He was getting off tonight. And then the Celtics, they pulled the Celtics. What do we know about the Celtics? They will turn the ball over. You saw that turnover late in the game where he threw the ball. Jason Tatum threw the ball right to Maxey. I mean, that was, come on, bro. That was terrible. Of all the ways to lose a game, you know what I mean?
I missed that game. What'd you think about that one?
It was a 1 point game. Like, I mean, the game was coming down. I think it was under a minute at that point. Dex, correct me if I'm wrong, but it was around the minute mark. And it was a really close game. I think the Sixers were up by maybe like 1 point. Jason Tatum, he pulls a little move, man, and tosses the ball, man. And I mean, he tossed the ball like, you know, you toss the ball back like you're on the elbow somewhere, and you toss the ball back to the kind of like the other side of the court to one of your teammates, man. He threw the ball directly to Maxey.
Brain fart.
Maybe his player cut. I mean, I didn't really analyze that play much, but I mean, he threw it directly to Maxey for an easy layup. You never seen a layup easier than that flight.
No, I believe it.
And I mean, it wasn't like he threw it directly to Maxey on the other side of the court. I mean, Maxey had I mean, that was a fast break, man. There was nobody even chasing him. He threw it directly to the dude. Maxey wasn't even covering nobody. That's the crazy thing. Yep. So after that, the Sixers got up by about 4, man.
Joey.
It was over after that.
Yeah, Joey said, EI, what's happening now?
And that was in Boston.
That was in Boston, TD Garden.
Definitely a great game, man. That series looked like it's going to be a little bit more interesting than we thought. I think most people thought the Celtics have it in the bag. These playoffs are going to be interesting. This round is going to be very interesting, Flight.
Right, it is.
Get your popcorn ready.
This is gonna be the best rounds. I thought it was gonna be the Knicks Heat, probably the best one, but this one probably gonna be the best. Look at LeBron and dude.
Come on, LeBron and Steph Curry. We've been waiting for that. And those are two. And you know what's going to be great about that series? And Dex, tell me if I'm wrong. You got two highly electric arenas.
KD hurt his elbow. But he's still playing. Let's see how it affect him.
He'll be fine.
It wasn't a shooting elbow though.
Yeah, I see it just now. He arguing with the official.
KD need to get to the damn weight room. He's been in this league too long.
Yeah, he is looking crazy.
He looks stronger than he first came in the league, but we know that KD don't like going. He said it when he came into the league. He don't like going to the weight room. That would help him out a lot, though. But he makes a lot happen with that wiry frame of his. So I don't knock the dude too much.
Oh, he just blocked it and they called a foul.
Yeah, crazy game.
This one looks like it's going to be close the whole game. The whole game through, though. This is a jump shooting game. Dex, I want to ask you a question because I know you. I mean, I think that Warriors-Lakers series is going to be pretty entertaining, and I think it's going to be highly contested. And I do think that the Lakers can beat them. But how do you feel about the Lakers and what are their keys to success to beating the Warriors, Dex?
Anthony Davis and Anthony Davis being healthy.
There we go.
That's all it is. It ain't no
Anthony
secret.
Davis, Anthony Davis, Anthony Davis.
Yep.
Do you think that? I mean, my question is: Are the Lakers planning on letting Anthony Davis carry them down the stretch, or?
I have the slightest idea.
I'm concerned about that. I for some reason I just don't trust
should.
it. He
You know
likes
what I'm
shooting
saying?
too much. He like being a jump shooter too much.
It doesn't
I mean-
matter. Just let him get comfortable in the series, and
All
then go ahead and push him down paint. You know what I mean? Let him do what he want to do. You know, it's a psychological thing with AD. Let him go ahead and shoot them little mid-range and 3-pointers and whatever, and then
But
say,
he be-
AD, come on, we're
But he be
down.
trying to
We
shoot
need you in the
those.
paint.
But he be trying to shoot those down the stretch though. That's my question. Like I've seen him do it like a lot. Like he comes down. It's not like he comes down the stretch like give me the ball in the post. He comes down the stretch. He might.
Oh, Phoenix got the lead.
Phoenix is taking control of the game.
All right, you guys are a little ahead of me. But Phoenix should
Well,
be
they
up by
had the
one,
lead. They
right?
don't got no more.
Yeah, I mean, Dex ahead of me too. I see. I got Murray with the rack right now. Not Murray. I got Jokic with it. I'm probably got to refresh this game. I got Jokic just scoring over 8.
Well, this is like I said. This is a kind of really a back and forth kind of game. I mean, I don't think
Right.
I don't think anybody's really super getting out on anybody. But
Who you
I
think
don't.
gonna win?
I think that the Jazz are going to
Devin
win.
Booker.
I mean, I think the Nuggets are going to win. I think the Nuggets are definitely going to win this game. But it's just
I
for the
don't
way
know.
that the game is.
Sean's got something to say about that quiz.
Oh yeah, I know. I mean, this game gonna come down to the last 2 minutes. You're gonna find out either I'm right or I'm wrong. Right?
You gotta learn about that quiz.
I will give the Suns credit though; they're playing much better defense now than they started the game.
Exactly.
Devin Booker.
Yo, are you
Booker.
going to put fuel in the reefer for the white trailer over there?
You good, quiz.
Yeah, this is a good one. I'm a little bit behind you guys. I would do some play-by-play here, but I know that you guys are seeing the stuff. I'm seeing a little bit later than you guys.
So how far are you? If you want to do the play-by-play, if you want to call the play-by-play, do it.
All right, I'm at 213. Devin Booker just knocked down the 3. Devin Booker look like he getting a lot of tan out there in Phoenix.
Right. Who you got? Murray. You got Murray going to the line?
Yes, sir. I got Murray at the line right now. Murray knocks down the first free throw. And he's getting suited to take the next one.
Yeah, it's a crazy game.
Very closely contested game this match.
Yep. Very.
Jamal Murray.
Despite all that, the Denver Nuggets is winning this quarter, 19-16.
You can't get
Jamal
no
Murray
better than that.
ties the game up. I'm at 212. I got Devin Booker bringing the ball up court. Passes over to my man Chris Paul. Chris Paul out to the Grim Reaper, and he misses it.
He said,
Jokic with the rebound.
The slim. I was about to say that. Ain't nothing grim.
Aaron Gordon gets the ball into the post. We have Joker on KD. That's a mismatch. Joker misses.
Starting to open up now.
Devin Booker over to KD. KD wide open in the mid-range.
And he missed it.
He hit that one. You guys are ahead of me. Remember that.
I'm fucking with you.
So go ahead, quiz. We waiting on you. We ain't gonna spoil your party.
Joker straight down the paint. Porter Jr. out in the corner to Aaron Gordon. He knocks down a 3. This is a real back and forth game, man. Like
That's
I
what
said,
I'm saying.
Jump shooting game.
Yes.
Guess
It's a
what's
jump
going
shooting game. Uh-oh. They're
This
ahead
shit
of
is
me.
opening up.
Yeah, big time game.
D Book from the corner. He misses the J. He goes out to the 3. Cans that. Phoenix is up
Denver
by
shot
2.
clock violation. Come on, Denver.
Jamal Murray bringing the ball down court. I don't know what he's doing, but he's chilling out there. It looks like they're kind of trying to run some clock here in the second quarter. Joker to Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray's down there in the trees. They lose the basketball. He gets swatted by Ayton, and that is a shot clock violation, folks. 30 seconds left in this one. Looks like they're going to a stoppage of play here. I may be mistaken.
I don't think it's a stoppage of play, but they're moving slow.
Yeah, whatever's going on out there.
Yeah.
They're chilling. But that shot clock violation was due to give credit to the Phoenix Suns defense and a poorly constructed play there. Jamal Murray being under the trees, could do nothing with it, lost the ball, and now the Suns have the ball. Devin Booker's bringing it across the half court mark. We've got 20 seconds left in this game. He's isoed with Michael Porter Jr. Phoenix is up by 2. Passes the ball off to CP3. CP3 passes inside to Ayton, who passes it outside to whoever it was, but he bricked it. I think that was Damian Lee. Jamal Murray with 1 second. Shoots a crazy 3 that misses, and we are going to halftime. 42-40. Phoenix is up by 2. Very good game. Very good game. Very good. Very scrappy
Yes,
game.
sir.
Definitely a lot of jump shooting. Both of these teams shooting definitely could shoot better. I expect them to come out and be more intense in the second half of this game. This is a winnable game for the Suns for sure. Even though
Yeah, it is.
I predict the Nuggets to win this game, but I think this is a very winnable game for the Suns for sure. The Suns are playing. They're doing what they need to do. They're staying around, and the Suns have those lethal shooters. But the thing about this game is those lanes for driving, and it's for both teams. These two teams are doing a good job defensively right now. So even though last game somebody talked about them not having any defense, but this game for sure, these guys are really closing the lane. I mean, Dex, are you seeing what I'm seeing? Like, it's not easy. It's just you're just not rolling through the lane anymore. Like the first quarter they was doing that. This quarter, man, the lane is closed up considerably for both teams.
Yeah, I think they're trying to win this game from the perimeter. It seems like there's a lot of perimeter basketball, and nobody's trying to exert their will and impose themselves on the other team's interior defense. So this is why there's a lot of missed shots. It looks like some somewhat goofy basketball at times, but nevertheless, the Suns have a narrow margin lead, a 1-possession lead, 42-40, and Denver got to come out and play second half basketball like the number 1 seed that we're all familiar with.
Yes, sir. And this is a close game, so it's going to definitely.
Jessica?
Jessica's in the building. Dang on. Where's she at? I thought that she
Shout
went
out to
AWOL.
Basil Carpenter Jr.
Salute to Basil. Salute to Jessica.
What's up, Basil? Where's CWE at?
Well, he got to be in there somewhere.
Wait. Jessica come in here a little.
We ain't seen the pallet with pals and 7.
Jessica, are you okay? Pals and 7, Jessica. You know what year this is?
Yeah, no. She's talking about for next year.
Oh, happy birthday, Jessica! Everybody give Jessica happy birthday.
Hey, happy birthday, Jessica. Fellas, I'm gonna hop off for a second during this halftime. I need to go and take care of some things around the crib here. I'll be back in a little bit.
I appreciate you.
Don't go searching for them Hustler magazines now.
Nah. But I am going over to the dumpster, so you never know. I might come up on some. I'll screenshot and send you some on Instagram. Hey, Flight, I want to salute you though, man. I'm gonna tell you what, man. I check out your videos and stuff like that periodically, man, and I love listening to your little perspectives and insights. I was listening to your the post that you did with the Ryan Garcia leaving leaving that trainer.
Right.
What's that
What you
dude's
think
name?
about it?
Yeah. No.
Joe Goosen.
Yeah, because I've been following that. And Joe Goosen, remember that he didn't show up with them after the after press. And
Right.
the tape is now, the audio has been leaked. And now they're verifying that dude really was injured before the fight with that rib shot, and that Tank actually really did hit him in that same rib area or whatever. But either way, I don't think that those dudes did a good job of supporting Ryan Garcia after that fight. I never seen anything like that. I mean, I never seen, the only people who was up there with him was his mom and his dad. That was crazy to me.
Well, I mean, Oscar De La Hoya also has something to say about his absence, as well as Bernard Hopkins'
Oh
absence.
yeah. We already established that though, Dex. I
Okay.
don't want you to think that wasn't aware of that. I mean, and feel free to share it for anybody who's listening who doesn't know about that.
Yeah, well, basically, Ryan Garcia, after the loss of the fight, it seemed like his camp abandoned him, and he was standing there all alone on a solo mission. But according to Oscar De La Hoya, coming out of the horse's mouth, he received death threats, and so he was advised to leave and leave immediately. And for Bernard Hopkins, he was banned from all activities pertaining to the Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia's match and everything surrounding that match. So
Mhm.
that's why they wasn't present. And for anybody else, I can't speak for. So it seemed like when Oscar left with his team to protect him from death threats, they took it serious. And so he was advised to leave and protect his life. That's what he did with his team. And for Bernard Hopkins, he wasn't allowed to participate in anything because he was banned based on him touching Gervonta Davis. And they
Exactly.
says,
Yeah,
and
they thought he was rubbing something on him.
right,
Yeah.
and suspected
But
of rubbing
listen, the
something on
thing about all of
allegedly.
that is, Dex, I mean,
Shit
even
was
when you say
crazy.
all of this was a bunch of nonsense. I'm gonna
Yo,
tell
this
you the
shit sound
reason.
like some WWE shit,
Yeah,
Dex.
all of that stuff that Oscar De La Hoya sounded like, all his credibility went out when he said that
I
he
don't know
said
about
that
all of that.
he said Bernard Hopkins touched him to warn him because he was gonna fall. Come on, what are we talking
Well,
about
I
here?
mean, you guys got to remember now, these guys know each other, Quiz. Come on now. Yeah,
Exactly.
if you ever been through a box match, these guys know each other. They're very familiar with each other. You follow what I'm saying?
Right.
It ain't like they're isolated from each other. They all attend banquets and other conferences and things of that nature, even seminars. So, Bernard just got beside himself and exceeded boundaries at that moment.
Right.
That's what
But De
basically
La
Oscar
Hoya
was
said
saying.
De
That
La Hoya
he might
said
not shouldn't have touched him because even though we all cool and it's a money thing, it's a money grab, you know what I mean? We
right.
play enemies and all this old type of stuff, Mike Tyson bit off Holyfield ear, and you know what? A few weeks later they have lunch together. So,
Right.
it is
But
what it is.
what it was that Oscar De La Hoya said, where his credibility just went completely out the window, was when he said the reason that Bernard Hopkins touched this man was to prevent him from falling off the stage. That's what he said. Oscar said that,
Right.
which
I
is
don't know. I don't
insane.
know the video. If there's any video footage, I don't know.
It is video footage, and it's very. Man was nowhere near
I
falling off the
haven't seen
stage.
it.
It was
Yeah, I haven't
ridiculous.
even seen no video footage.
You didn't watch the presser? That was
Um,
the last one they did
No,
right
I'm talking
before the
about when
game.
Oscar. No, I didn't watch the presser, but
Oh, you
I
didn't see the video where Oscar spoke. Oh, yeah, you're missing
yeah,
it.
I saw the video. Yeah, when he
You should
spoke.
watch that because then you'll know exactly. You'll know exactly
No, I
what
did watch
you
the
know.
video where Oscar spoke. That's what I'm speaking on. That's
Yeah,
what
he
I'm
said
using
that.
as
He
a
said that in that
crutch
video.
for.
He said that in that video.
well,
That
what
was
I
did he
know. That's
say?
what I said.
he said that
That he was trying to prevent him
the
from
reason,
falling, and he
right, he
accidentally
made an
touched him,
excuse for
and they
Hopkins
accused
touching
him of
him,
doing something.
right? And he talked about him being, of course, he was banned, which is the facts. He was banned. I understand. He touched him. They thought that he was putting steroid cream on him or something like that.
Allegedly, that's what they
Yeah, right.
accused him of.
Exactly.
Because you
Allegedly,
have no
that's what they
business
accused him
touching
of.
that
Right.
boxer. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And we all agree on that. But then he said the reason why he wasn't there is because, he had these death threats and stuff like that, which, I mean, hey,
But I'm
more
gonna tell you
power
like
to
this though, Quiz.
you. Hmm.
The other guys from the Mayweather camp, right?
Right.
they're going to scream out foul play because they want all the advantage for Devontae. They want
Right.
Ryan Garcia to be isolated. You follow what I'm saying? So how we know that they didn't call in the death threats or have people call in death threats? We don't know.
But the thing about it is, all right, look,
It's a lot of trickery going on there.
it's a
Big
whole
money
bunch
fight.
of nonsense too. It's a whole bunch of nonsense. I mean, if you want me to buy that, somebody could try to sell me the Brooklyn Bridge, bro. I'm not falling for it. I liked Oscar De La Hoya as a fighter. You know what I mean? I thought he was a pretty decent dude, but I just find him a bit disingenuous. I'm gonna tell you the reason why. It's my perspective. Maybe I'm boo-boo the fool, but you was at the fight. You was at all the pressers up to the fight. You say you got death threats from Bernard Hopkins. You're at the fight. There's no place you are that's more protected than right there. Nobody's gonna murder you in the middle of the boxing ring or anything like that. And you was leaving anyway. So it's not just that De La Hoya wasn't there. It's not just that Bernard Hopkins.
You didn't hear what I
He was
said.
there
He
for a reason.
felt. Remember, he felt
Right.
it was credible because
Right.
his team advised him
I
to
heard that.
leave. So if
I
your
heard
team
that.
advised you, your security team advised you to leave, you're gonna leave.
Yeah, I hear that. I still think
It's always gonna be
hogwash.
more fights.
I still think it's hogwash completely.
Right,
But anyway, though,
it's a possibility. I don't know.
The last part of it is fishy. The last part of it is that not only was not Oscar there, nor was it Hopkins there. You know what I mean? I mean, Goosen wasn't even there. Like they all left that dude there by himself. I mean, I've just never seen that. I mean, in a big fight, maybe on like, you know what I mean, those Friday night fights or something like that. With
Friday night fights, yeah. USA fight.
I mean, like this is a
Remember
huge
USA
fight.
fights?
Yeah, right. I mean, and then you're gonna come back on the back end and talk about you have his back and stuff like that. So I mean, like, anyway, man, I just think it was real drama.
But
I enjoyed
you know
it.
what? You know what I didn't like about it is that someone would accuse Bernard Hopkins of rubbing steroid cream. You
Yeah,
know
I
if somebody
found that was
rubbed cream
52.
on you.
I
You
found
know what I'm
that
saying?
was 52.
Once
But I
he
also
touched
found
him or whatever, right
Yeah.
there, you can check his skin to see if anything was on his skin.
Yeah, right. And Bernard shouldn't have touched him. We could all agree on that. But I
Right,
agree
exactly.
with
He
you.
exceeded his bounds.
Yeah,
boundaries.
no, I agree on that. And him being banned, maybe him being banned is the reason why, you know, all of this stuff goes on. You know, now mind you, people are people, they're human. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. But I know one thing is that it just optically looked terrible with the way that they left Ryan Garcia for losing the fight. For whatever reasons that they come up with or concoct. De La Hoya said that. Well,
I'm not going to accuse them of coming up with any concoction. I'm not going to accuse them of that. All I'm saying is that this is what he said. I'm just a messenger. This is what he said. And you can just refute it because we all can refute it, but it's only just an opinion because we don't have no facts.
Right. And I have no problem with standing 10 toes down on, yes, I am alleging, I am asserting.
Now, when we get Oscar De La Hoya on here, Quiz, I want your ass to show up.
Oh, absolutely. Get him
on. Don't be like them cats that talk shit about LeVar, and then when LeVar come on the stream, they don't show up.
No, I've got tons of great questions.
No pussycats.
I've been on for the Kid Austin. I'll be on for De La Hoya. I have some great questions for him. I have questions for him going back to him with his questionable gear that he just that he's wearing. Him with his lipstick wig and fishnet. I just got to ask him about how that all came about. That's just my primary question. I'll let you
know. You know, it's fashion.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Lipstick and wigs. It's fashion. Got it. I just have to ask that question. When we get him on, leave that one for me, all right, Dex? That's all.
Hey, you know we don't have no censorship.
Right.
Ask whatever you want.
I mean, hey, you know, maybe he's too sexy for his skirt. You know how that song go. Anyway, very interesting stuff, guys. I'll be back.
Remember, remember, he's a boxer now, Quiz.
Oh no! I would never say that to his face. I don't think that De La Hoya would punch me in my face, but I definitely know that I'll definitely respect my boundaries.
He said you don't want that.
No, I don't want that kind of smoke. That's double smoke. Then you got him, and then you got the LGBT community on your behind too. Pause.
You can't win on that one, right?
No way, not at all. Somebody is out there going to defend him.
Let's leave it alone.
Trans rights.
So just remember now, when we have him on here, just don't freeze up. Don't be like, oh man, I fell asleep. We don't
Come
want to
on,
hear that.
man. I'm like Bone Crusher, bro. I ain't never scared.
As soon as he get off the screen, yeah, what happened? What's going on? Like they just popped up.
Oh yeah, they do
What
that
did I
when you play.
miss?
That's
What
what
did I
Sky
miss?
did.
That's the way they do
Once LeVar left, Sky pops up in the chat.
it, right? All right
Oh
now.
man, what happened with this? No, you crazy, man. Y'all crazy, man.
All right, I'll catch back up with y'all in a bit.
I
Okay, for
appreciate the
sure.
quiz. We got a crazy game, as we heading into the second half. Wow. Let's see what happens, man. How this game is decided as we head into the tail end. It should be a delightful sight to see. Look like we headed into the third quarter shortly. Let's see who will win this game. Much more closer than it was the previous game. It seems like the Suns don't want to lay down. They're hanging in there. So let's see how long that they can hang. It's going to be interesting to see. It's 42-40 right now. It's crazy. Jessica says Dex, Warriors in 6. Uh-oh.
I'm not going to ruin your birthday, sweetheart. So I'm just going to ignore you and not dignify that with a response.
Yeah. Man, like I said, things happen. I like the Warriors in that series too. But let's see. LeBron better not lose. I know that much. It'll be hurtful if he lost.
All I want to know, Jessica, did somebody throw rose petals at your feet as you walked into one of the most expensive hotels in Jacksonville?
Uh, I forgot Florida. I keep forgetting I'm not in New Orleans. Yeah, pushing around me so heavy.
She's from Jacktown,
Wow,
Duval County.
that's crazy. We got ourselves a Pelicans fan out there in Duval County. Pelicans fans.
She said Zion is her favorite player, but shit, Zion ain't playing.
Nope, he ain't been playing in a very long time either. I don't know where we're gonna see the best. We're gonna see Zion over time. It's gonna be a long time.
Let me find out Jessica got her PlayStation 5 all set up for when her gifts come over to show her some attention.
Yeah. Salute to Jessica. Shout out Basil. Salute to everybody. Only 4 series are going to lead 6 games. All 4 series. That's what it looks like. It definitely will look like. We back in the way. Great action still in store. Let's see who will survive this encounter. 42-40. About 11:30 and change to go. Kevin Durant, wheeling and dealing. Let's see if Kevin Durant can take over this game headed into the fourth quarter. I think it's time for Kevin Durant to come alive. In my humble opinion. Good play by Joker. Man, you got Joker out there running with a full head of steam. Good play by Joker. He balling out.
Jessica, that's because of Marquez. Marvin Warren Marquez.
About what?
About Jessica comment.
I can't believe the box out and Nick's still going. Yeah, that is sad. That don't make no sense. That's hurtful.
They got dropped with instantaneous speed.
This don't make no sense, guys. Let's see what happens in this matchup. I just want to see Kevin Durant come alive and take over this basketball game. If I could see that, I'd be happy. Unbelievable encounter right now. 44-42. I don't have nothing to say about Zion until he can come back, prove he can say, okay, there we go. Now you're coming to your senses. It takes a while, but you'll eventually get there.
Yeah, she was sick. Now she's coming around.
Yeah, 44-44. Big time play. Got Chris Paul doing this thing. Phoenix trying to stay alive. 46-44. 9:20 to go in the third. Jamal Murray with the rock right now. Jamal Murray gives it to Jokic. Jokic back to Murray. They're playing two-man game, and Jokic put it back up. I mean, Ayton, he's going to have a hard time dealing with this guy. Jokic, seriously. Chris Paul with the rock. Chris Paul shaking and baking. On the outside, Chris Paul kicks it out to Devin Booker. Screen coming. Yeah, Devin Booker. 46, tie game. Give credit to the Phoenix Suns. They're really fighting tonight. They're playing with their mentality of they're trying to win tonight. They don't want to go down 0-2. That's definitely a bad sign, especially going down 0-2 to a team like this. You don't want that. They're too dangerous. Way too dangerous. It's 48-46.
Aaron Gordon trying to play muscle ball.
Yeah. And Kevin Durant look like he done hurt himself. He'll be all right. We gotta get in the weight room. He look real skinny.
He done hurt his butt.
That's what it look like.
Fell on his butt.
You know, he's gonna break his tailbone.
Crack his ass cheeks. That'll be the first in human history somebody crack their ass cheeks.
Well, you got specific. You can't stupid. It's 49-48. Pardon me, I'm about to say the Pelicans. The Phoenix Suns they pushed it up to 2 points. The Pelicans at home. You know, let's see what happens.
The Pelicans?
Yeah, I see the Pelicans sitting at home. I almost slipped up.
They came back from Cancun already?
Well,
They done flew back to the States?
Well, they I don't know where they at, but they don't play basketball at the moment.
The arena is dry right now.
Yeah.
Smoothie King is dry right now.
Yeah, everything. All the Pelicans fans dry. I don't see them, so I don't hear from them too much no more. See them too much.
They can't be that disappointed, Flight. I mean, my God, how far did they expect him to go? Zion been out for a minute since January.
Yeah, probably next year.
Not like Zion just got taken off, off the roster in like 3 weeks before the playoffs. He's been out since January.
Yeah, probably next year they'll be all in. I think as of right now,
Zion want to get Griffin fired.
I mean, I don't think Griffin did anything to get fired though. They just trying to find.
He meddles too much. I think he meddles too much.
That could be. He's been doing that. That could be the case. There could be something down the line.
Do you know who their GM is?
Yeah, it's a nigga named Trajan Langdon.
Do you know where he played basketball at?
Nah.
Duke.
I said, I don't know. I don't know. Well, I said, I don't
He's a
know much
dookie.
about him. I just know his name.
Brandon
I,
Ingram and Zion are dookies.
I honestly think they just there for just for face. I mean, none of them dudes really got no real.
Figureheads.
Yeah,
Figureheads.
Griffin is making all the fucking decisions. He got all
Exactly.
these. He got all them people. They don't even got nobody in there with real prestige. Somebody who gonna basically do their signature. Who the hell is there?
That's what I'm
Seriously.
saying. You don't even know
You know
who's
what I mean?
there.
That's what I'm saying. He
You
got
got
some people just
Zion,
in case.
Bi, CJ, Valanciunas, and you don't barely know who the damn GM is.
Griffin is running the shit. It is what it is, man. Shout out to Griffin was doing
Ooh,
all
Kevin
right.
Durant. Suns is trying to break away.
Let's
Nuggets
see.
call timeout.
Let's see if they can do it, man. Because they're not gonna break away just hitting shots.
They trying to make this a perimeter game, and right now the Suns is better at it.
You're damn right. Just
Suns
jacking
up
up shots.
6.
That's all it's over for Ty Lue. The Clippers, man. The Clippers should be ashamed of themselves. Yeah, another team. Who the hell the Clippers lost to? Who they play?
Clippers lost to the Suns
Oh, okay, yeah, the Suns. I'm tweaking.
4-1.
Yeah, Kawhi Leonard, something seriously going on with his knees. He must have. I think you won't know the truth about his situation until the end of his career. That he was playing, his knees were done. So every time he need to put some extra wear and tear, he tear his meniscus.
You better go get that Lonzo surgery.
Yeah, something ain't right with him. But I mean, I understand where people come from because one game he'll ball out, and then the next game we don't even know what happened.
Knees done swelled up. Inflammation done set in.
Yeah, he can't do nothing. I gotta find a way to slow that down.
Yeah, it's going to be a big void in Clipperland
Why you say that?
because I think Baumer, he's tired of this, man. I know, I know. On the surface, they saying that they support Kawhi and they back Kawhi 100%. But man, let the Lakers win this championship. You finna tell all them motherfuckers get up out of there. Because you got to convince people to go into that Inuit Dome. You know, that Inuit Dome going to be ready next season,
Yeah. This is the last year they in crypto.
2024.
So this is
Yeah,
the
they said
last year
that. Yep,
in
I think they
crypto.
might play. I think they might play half the season in the crypto next year in
Hmm
2023, and then I think 2024 come the new year. That Inuit Dome should be ready. It should have been ready to me. They taking their sweet time with that thing. They trying to keep them jobs alive in Inglewood. Because they hurry up and put up that. Just think about it. They hurry up and put up that damn SoFi Stadium. That was only what, a 3-year project for SoFi Stadium. Once they start building, once they broke the ground, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that holds way more than the damn Inuit Dome. So I don't know what's going on. That's where YouTube Theater is at now. YouTube, I think, used to be in Culver City, and then they had, I think, a studio in Santa Monica, but now they moved it over to, I think, Inglewood. It's over there in over there by SoFi Stadium. It's big ass theater, Inglewood. I mean, YouTube Theater.
That's crazy. Nah, it's a big ass theater. I got a lot of shit going on down there. Salute to all my people out there on the West Coast.
Yeah, you get the YouTube theater flight and run your podcast from there. Get you one of them suites.
Yeah. Well, we got 57-51 right now, 5:40 to go in the third quarter. Crazy game going so far right now. 6-point game. 57-51, 5:45 to go. Jamal Murray taking the seat. Denver looking like I said, they don't look too happy. Crazy game. The Denver Nuggets, man. Let's see if they can creep back in this game. That's going to be the master question. If Denver can creep back in, they good. If not, it's going to be all she wrote.
Jessica, you need to stop.
Oh, what happened? All I want to
She's making silly comments. She's not herself right now. She's liberated.
Yeah.
It's her birthday, so I'm gonna let her make it though.
A lot of people want to see the Lakers lose, man.
Go ahead, Jessica. You're free to talk all the stuff you want. I won't delete you from the chat. It's your birthday. All I want for my birthday is a big and my 2 Chain voice.
All right, Porter Jr. doing this now.
What the hell did Durant just do?
I have no idea.
Durant look like he tired. Like I got my camera set on Durant. I've been watching Durant all night. He look like he tired.
Yeah, Durant is a problem, man. He doing the best he can. But like I said, the Nuggets are going to push back in this game. So they just got to do the best that they can. Just hang in there.
It's a 3-point ball game. Now it's a 5-point ball game. Phoenix with the ball.
And they're acting like they don't know what to do with it. Shit don't make no sense.
Right now, the win percentile is in the favor of the Phoenix, 67%.
Right. It don't get no better than that. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Everybody rocking with this game. Let me know who y'all think gonna pull away with this. Game 2 action is going down. Close game right now. Phoenix is still trying to hold it down.
Is this Phoenix' biggest lead of the night? 7 points?
Could be.
I don't recall them leading hard. Phoenix led by 8 points. That's their highest lead of the night. 8 points, and for Denver, 6.
Yeah. It was 64-56. A great game. Jokic all the way to the cup. Jokic scores it. 64-58. There's good basketball going on. It's crazy. Phoenix trying, but Denver ain't trying to let them sit around. And they got Jokic looking like he want to play all 48 minutes. So that'll mess up any momentum that they're trying to pull.
They can't afford to take Jokic out, huh?
I don't think so.
Not while the game is this tight.
Yeah, this kind of might be a little too close. And while the game this close, they'll probably hang in there. You look like somebody going to the line. So the Nuggets got the right approach. You had to know that Phoenix was going to try to win tonight. So I
Bruce
figured
Brown
that.
going to the line.
Who?
Bruce Brown.
Yeah, Bruce Brown.
Makes one, miss one.
What you think about Brown?
He hasn't really been doing much this game. I think Gordon been the force for the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah, he's been solid off the bench.
Oh man, DeAndre Ayton. Suns take a timeout to break into action, but DeAndre Ayton on a personal foul after his thunderous dunk. Suns take timeout. Monty Williams want to talk it over with his crew.
Yeah.
If you're a Phoenix Suns fan, I know this is where you want to be, but there's a lot of basketball left in this one. 15 minutes of basketball remains the outcome for the second round, game 2, West semifinals. Phoenix versus Denver. 66-59, Phoenix.
Another crazy game.
Y'all just pulling up. It's Jessica's birthday today. Please wish her a happy birthday somehow, some way. Jessica got free reigns to be a stupid hater on the Lakers. We're not going to tax her for it. We're just going to let her run amok with her mouth. You know how women are, like dripping faucets. And we're not going to punish her.
Salute to all y'all in the chat right now. Got a crazy game going so far. The Nuggets versus the Suns. Let's see who will prevail.
Yes, Jessica, we're going to allow you to run amok in the chat without punitive damages. Just run amok with impunity. Y'all flood Jessica with her flowers. This is her day. I'm just glad the Lakers ain't playing basketball on your day because you will be distraught at the outcome of the Lakers. So enjoy yourself. You have a free will to run amok with impunity in the chat. Say what you want. We're not going to hold it against you. We have a break in the action. Phoenix up 66-59. 2 minutes, 56 seconds to go in the third. 15 minutes of basketball. Can the Phoenix Suns leave Ball Arena out of the Rockies? I'm talking about a mile high above sea level with a victory and home court advantage. Phoenix lost the first game in grand fashion, and now they hold and serve so far in the second game in the Western Conference semifinals against the Denver Nuggets. Despite neither one of them have just went out here and just grabbed this game by the horn. It's a 6-point ball game, and Phoenix with the ball. Denver is chipping away at the lead. And they're doing this without their two-time MVP, Nikola Jokic. Speaking of Jokic, he just missed a finger roll layup. Bismack Biyombo with the rebound. He gives it up as Phoenix Suns pushes it up the court to set up their offense and try to execute whatever scheme Monte Williams have set for them. 5-point lead for Phoenix, and they're trying to grow off this lead, and they do. Booker with a 4-foot driving layup, floating jump shot, 68-61, 7 points. Well, excuse me, a 7-point lead for the Phoenix Suns. Less than 2 minutes to go in the third. Denver have to do something to defend inside their silo. Kevin Durant with the foul. Suns call timeout. Monty Williams wants to talk it over with his crew, basically to debrief them. And Kevin Durant might have to take a seat. And he does. Are they trying to challenge it? Kevin asking for a challenge, and I think they're going to challenge it. I saw some of the coaches circular their finger. And Suns take a timeout. I guess they're going to look at it and see if it's worthy of challenge. But they do have a 7-point lead. As we come to another commercial break, most likely when we come off this break, we will see if the Phoenix Suns challenged it and will the referee confirm it or overturn the call. Earlier today, we saw Boston up in Beantown got grinded up into coffee. And the Philadelphia 76ers drunk every bit of that coffee. And they take a 1-0 lead in that series. And also, they stole home court advantage from the Boston Celtics. So from here on out, the Boston Celtics will not have home court advantage unless they win in the city of brotherly love, the Wells Fargo Arena. So the the Philadelphia 76ers are playing with house money right now. And Boston definitely can't lose game 2. Coach's challenge call stands. Phoenix charged with a timeout. So Durant will get taxed with the levy of a foul. And they're still up by 7. Joker's at the free throw line. He makes his first stimmy and waits to shoot 2. Wait to shoot the second. Jokic is a good free throw shooter. He don't miss that often. And that's where a lot of his points come from as well. It's from that charity strike. And that's what you want out of your big man. You want him to be aggressive. You want him to get fouls. And then you want him to be able to make 2 free throws when necessary. And Jokic does that in fashion. So now the lead has shrunk to 6. But it seemed like it's a 10-point lead the way the game is going. And I know Denver cannot wait to go on a run and grab this lead, but Murray and Jokic has been subdued thus far. And just speaking of Jokic, he made another layup. So that's 4 straight points for Jokic. And now it's a 3-point ball game. 68-65. Under a minute left to go as the fast clock has been engaged in the third quarter. Oh, Devin Booker. Devin Booker has came alive with a 25-footer, 71-65, bumped the lead up to 6. 33 seconds showing on the clock. Jokic come back. Yes. Jokic come back with his own version of a 3-point shot. And it was a little deeper than than Booker, with Murray on the assist on the 28-foot 3-point jumper. So it's back to a 3-point lead. 68-71. 14 seconds left to go. Phoenix with the ball. They can hold for the last shot, and I think they will. And Booker, oh my God, come on, Denver. They allow Booker to go into the paint with the driving layup, but there's still time on the clock. And Jokic hit the shot with the shot running down. Oh my God, a buzzer beater by Jokic. A 14-foot. Oh my God, Jokic is coming alive. That's 6 straight points for the MVP. And so the game is still within reach. It hasn't escaped the grasp of the Denver Nuggets. 73-70, end of the third quarter. Denver down 3 in their silo, but the game is well within reach. Jokic with outstanding MVP style play inside the silo of Ball Arena. He made a 3-pointer. He made a 2-pointer. Then he made 2 free throws. That's 7 freaking points in the last 40-some seconds. That's Reggie Miller-esque. Tracy McGrady-esque. Kobe Bryant-esque for the 2-time MVP Jokic. And the silo is starting to show life up here a mile high in the Rockies inside Ball Arena. The Phoenix Suns, for the most part, had the crowd quiet. And then Jokic with his heroics, despite Devin Booker making that layup with less than 2 seconds left on the clock, Jokic come back and hit a 14-foot 2-point jump shot. So Denver is well within striking distance. They only down 1 possession to tie this ball game up. Shout out to CWE Sun Valley. Shout out to Lamont. Shout out to Recap Rico. Shout out to John JC. Shout out to Zen Master. Shout out to Jessica. Happy birthday once again, Jessica. For those who's pulling up, please wish Jessica a happy birthday. Jessica has free reigns in the chat. She can discuss what she wants with impunity. There will not be any punishment. So if she says something that we normally will check her on and we don't check her, just know it's her birthday. Shout out to Rap God. I know Basil was in here somewhere, but Basil probably taking his aspirin because the way the Denver been playing, I wouldn't blame him if he had a headache. $73 to 70, end of the third. Here we go with the fourth. It looks like there's some changes going to be made. Torrey Craig entered the game for Kevin Durant. So Kevin would sit down and take a break. Jock Landale entered the game for Bismack Biombo. And Aaron Gordon entered the game for Nikola Jokic. So Nikola, oh my God, wait a minute. They put him on the bench? Oh, wow. This is going to be a big one for Malone. Jokic just hit like 8 straight points. And he decided to bench him to start the fourth. We might have to revisit this situation. Suns still have the lead. 73-70. And they have the ball after a Jamal Murray missed shot. Cameron Payne with the defensive rebound. And here we go. Let's see if the Phoenix Suns, the boys from the desert, can capitalize while Jokic is on the bench for the time being. So the heavy load will be shifted to Devin Booker, and Ayton will have to help him. So, well, I'm not Ayton. Lindell will have to help him some. And for Denver, the heavy load will go to Jamal Murray. But Jamal Murray do have both of the Browns spelled different, sound the same. So it's a homonym. And there's a turnover for the Suns. So neither team have taken advantage of the other while their main stars are on the bench getting air. Phoenix was unable to get the shot off, so there's a shot clock turnover. Phoenix still have the advantage in the win percentile. 57.8% advantage goes to the Suns as they hold a slim lead. It's basically one possession lead by 3. And both of these teams are getting a little sloppy. Back-to-back turnovers. Jamal Murray, bad pass. And Lendell steals the ball. And here come the Suns to see if they can capitalize off this turnover. And Kevin Durant enters the game. Suns get an offensive rebound off the miss. So they snuck Kevin Durant in the game while Jokic is still on the bench. So Monty Williams is playing chess, not checkers. As the ball is being passed around, we're going to see who's going to make the decision to launch it. Kevin Durant misses the shot. Suns another offensive rebound, so they're dominating inside the restricted area with Jokic on the bench. Oh, Jeff Green, loose ball foul. So it'd be from Might be some shots here. Let's see how the referee will level this one out. But it will definitely be a foul against Denver. Jeff Green is the predator. The score remains 73-70. Hasn't no one really scored since the fourth quarter began. So, and that's about a minute and 30 seconds went by without anyone scoring. I wonder if that's a telltale sign of both of these two teams being a little nervous. Neither one of them shoot again, but Denver have the ball. Phoenix could not capitalize off those multiple opportunities they had on the offensive end. Let's see if Denver could either tie or bring this game into one. And if anything freaky goes down, Denver can actually take the lead on this possession. 2 minutes gone by in the fourth quarter, 73-70, Denver with the ball. A lot of hesitancy out here for both teams until Durant got into the game. And you know Durant is not showing any hesitancy. Oh, Caldwell Pope. Yes, he hits. It's a tie ball game. CP3. I mean, KCP. I said CP3. KCP. I know that name very well as an ex-Laker. He had 3 years with the Lakers, if I'm not mistaken. Aaron Gordon with the turnovers, the offensive charge, being a little too aggressive on trying to score. But it's okay because you want Aaron to be more aggressive than passive, that's for sure. Nine minutes, 25 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. 73-70. Jokic comes into the game for Jeff Green. Cameron Payne misses, and Jokic makes himself relevant by grabbing the rebound. Caldwell Pope again. Oh my God, Monty Williams had enough. Monty Williams decided to call a timeout in the midst of KCP getting on fire. I'm talking about, you know, that little fire emoji that sits by the feet in 2K. Caldwell Pope with back-to-back three-pointers. He tied the game, and then he shot another three-pointer. And now Denver, that fast, leads by 3, 76-73. Monty Williams is disgusted at what he is looking at. His team seemed to be falling apart, coming unglued by the seams as we speak. Devin Booker couldn't get it done. KD couldn't get it done. Nobody from Phoenix could get it done. But you can't say that on the other side of the aisle. Denver inside their own silo. They getting it done. Back-to-back three-pointers from Contavious Caldwell Pope. And that Pope don't have anything to do with being religious. Just for the Catholics out there. So Monty's going to talk it over with his boys. They was out there slipping on their pimping. And Caldwell Pope shot lights out, back-to-back three-pointers. He was heating up, and Monte felt it. As an ex-player, Monte Williams, he knows when players are starting to get that rhythm going. The rhythm of the night. Oh, you know, that house music. Monte Williams wasn't going to allow that to sustain, so he calls the timeout to break the rhythm. of the shooter, and as well talking over with his crew, his band of brothers. Hey man, you got to watch Caldwell. You can't just leave him because Joker's out there and Murray's out there. You got to still keep eyes on Caldwell. So maybe coming out of this timeout, Monte Williams will probably put eyes on the jersey of Caldwell Pope. We know Monte Williams is pretty good at adjusting. Now, last season in the same situation, his adjustments was below par because there was a feud going on between him and his big fella, DeAndre Ayton. And so if that adjustment was turning for the benefit of DeAndre Ayton, it seems like Monte Williams allowed his pride to seep in, and it cost him a playoff series and an opportunity to go to the Western Conference Finals. So here go the changes. DeAndre Ayton entered the game for Torrey Craig. Bruce Brown entered the game for Christian Brown. And Josh Ogie enters the game for Jock Landale. And CP3 entered the game for Cameron Payne. We haven't seen much or heard much from Damian Lee, excuse me, not CP3, Damian Lee. So it must be something going on with CP3 because he hasn't had much scratch tonight. So I don't know if he's injured. I haven't heard anything. I haven't seen anything. Or Monte Williams is just tired of the lack of play coming from that position while CP3 is on the court. Devin Booker miss. Oh, Jamal Murray's coming to the party now. Denver's up by 5 inside their silo. Booker looking to the ref for a call, and Murray just put one in his face. Eight minutes, 23 seconds in the fourth, 78-73. Nice, Kevin Durant. Nice answer. Booker with the rebound. Phoenix down by 3. Phoenix down by 1. Kevin Durant is heating up. Back-to-back jumpers for Kevin Durant. And it's a 1-point basketball game. Denver lead by the slimmest of margin. 7 minutes, 25 seconds in the fourth. Kevin Durant, back-to-back jumpers, 4 straight points, bring Denver within 1. Bring the Phoenix Suns within 1. And Jokic starting off where he left. They up 3. Durant missed the shot. So it remains 3. But Damian Lee gets the offensive rebound. This has been a bad thing for the Denver Nuggets. And oh my God, Devin Booker capitalized. This has been a bad thing for the Denver Nuggets. For some reason, they're not controlling the defensive board. Maybe they got somebody leaking out or something because Phoenix is getting these rebounds, and they're getting the rebounds from the smallest of players. Phoenix down by 1, 6 minutes, 30 seconds exactly in the fourth quarter, and Jokic make another shot. Jokic seemed to taking advantage in this fourth quarter. We in the 6-minute zone. Denver's up by 4. Kevin Durant misses. Denver with the ball and the lead. Denver got some good ball movement in his last 3 minutes in this fourth quarter. Maybe that's what is helping Denver to sustain their lead is the ball movement because the Phoenix Suns do not know where the attack is coming from. When Jokic was out, Phoenix seemed to not take advantage of that. They was playing a little sloppy basketball. Now Jokic is back, so Phoenix got their hands full. Jokic missed that shot. DeAndre Ayton gets the ball. DeAndre Ayton turns it over. Jokic missed the shot again. Oh, man. Phoenix escaped one. Kevin Durant with the rebound. Jokic might have been a little too trigger happy right there. He missed that shot, but we're going to see if that can cause any damage towards Denver Nuggets with the trigger happy fingers of Jokic. No, Booker miss. 5 minutes, 22 seconds left. Jokic with the rebound. We getting down to crunch time, baby. We getting down to crunch time. That 5 minute mark, that represents crunch time. Let's see what goes on here. Denver's been a little more methodic with the ball. They're not being trigger happy. They're trying to look for the mismatch. So I appreciate Malone for screaming across the court to get his team back focused. No, no good. But there's a shooting foul, though. Josh Ogie is the predator on that one. 82-79. Denver remains with the lead. Aaron Gordon is the victim, and he makes one of his stimmy as he awaits for the second with the clock stop at 5 minutes and 11 seconds. So we're still in that crunch time zone. He makes the second one. So that bumps the lead up +2, 84-79. 5-point lead for Denver Nuggets as we are officially in crunch time mode. 4 minutes, 57 seconds left in this one. Can the Denver Nuggets hold form and leave the Rocky Mountains 2-0 in this series? DeAndre Ayton with the dunk. 3-point ball game. Suns with the ball as Jamal Murray misses the 3-point shot. So the Suns can tie it in this possession. And if something freaky happens, they can take the lead. Four minutes and 30 seconds. The Suns look like now they want to play basketball with some IQ instead of just coming down, just chunking it. But again, Devin Booker missed the shot. Jokic with the rebound and the lead. 4 minutes, 11 seconds left to go in the fourth. 81-84. Jokic is making his presence known for sure, both on the offensive end as well as grabbing these boards. So he's finna stuff the stat line. Jamal Murray misses that shot, but the Nuggets do finally get an offensive rebound, so they get another opportunity to increase the lead. We under the 4-minute mark, 81-84. Denver holds the lead. They're taking some time off the clock. Uh-oh, Kevin Durant, he misses. Aaron Gordon, defensive rebound. So the Nuggets have held them scoreless. And Jokic once again makes it a 5-point ball game. Kevin Durant turns the ball over. It's a violation. Oh my God, the Suns is coming unglued at the seams. This is not the time to collapse. It's 3 minutes and 26 seconds left. Kevin Durant with the goaltending violation. In the win percentile, Denver is favored 82%. Kevin Durant get a shot blocked. Denver's trying to up the intensity on their defense. Jokic with the defensive rebounds, and he decides to slow it up as we reach the 3-minute mark in the fourth quarter. So we inside that 3-minute zone. Denver up 5 inside their silo. They want to bury the Phoenix Suns, and they got 3 minutes to do so. As the Phoenix Suns are kind of reeling to get back into this game, they're down by 5, but it seemed like the way the pressure is, the Phoenix Suns is like they playing like they're down by 10. But Denver gives the Phoenix Suns a break by calling a timeout, and everybody will go ahead to their prospective side to reset. And we got a break in the action, full timeout by Denver. The win percentile is 88.7% in favor of Denver. 81 to 86. 3 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. And if the Phoenix Suns want to make something out of this ball game, they got to be able to get more penetration and attack that restricted area, because their perimeter game right now is just not what it wants to be. And if you look at the score, this is reminiscence of 90 and 80 basketball. 86 to 81 with 3 minutes left to go in the fourth. That's a low scoring game in today's basketball, especially the way they play up and down that court. The way this game going, neither one of these teams is going to break the 100-point threshold. Don't tell me CP3 is hurt. I'm looking over here at the chat. Please don't tell me that's true.
CP3 is injured. He has left the court and he is nowhere to be found. You won't see him on the sideline, Dex.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why sometimes I like to listen to the game a little bit. Man, this is a tale of two games. This is nothing like the first game. The first game, remember, they scored 1,000,000 points.
Yeah, exactly.
This game, these dudes are playing defense. Can't nobody say there wasn't no defense played in this game.
Well, I can tell you one thing. Kevin Durant has 20. Devin Booker has 33. But that 20 and 33 seems like only 15 and 21, because they cannot get over the 100-point threshold. You would think they would be over. If Kevin Durant had 20, Devin Booker had 33, you would think they'd be over 100 points. But that is
Well,
definitely
first
not the
off, it's a
case.
matter of the way you get those buckets. Kevin Durant is not shooting efficient at all. You know, if I didn't know any better, I would say that Devin Booker was the best player on the Phoenix Suns. So, I mean, like, and it's a close game. It's a scrappy game. But I'm not sure if you're also paying attention to it, but the environment in Denver is crazy. I mean,
It's
that stadium
crazy.
is
It's crazy
rocking.
inside that silo.
Yeah,
But the
it's
Phoenix
rocking
Sun
right
had
now.
them. But quiz, the Phoenix Sun had Denver where they want them. They was quiet. They was biting their fingernails. They didn't understand what was happening when the Phoenix was up by 8, and all of a sudden KCP comes out, and no, all of a sudden Jokic turns it on. He scores like 7 points in like 40 some seconds, and then KCP comes in and hit back to back threes, and now you have a whole different ball game, and the silo is crazy right now.
Yeah, well, the thing, my whole thing is the Suns are an offensive team. We all know that. I think that the Suns are doing some things good now. I think that the Suns have realized that it's a dogfight, and they're doing a much better job with their their extras. I mean, there was just a play by a Colgate that was phenomenal, coming down and just masterfully manipulating a. It wasn't even really a fast break, but they kind of created it by pushing the energy. But the Suns, the Suns have nothing to put their head. But I just don't think that I don't think that the Suns, like, if you're I mean, the Suns are designed to outscore people. I just don't think that this team is going to outscore the Nuggets. I mean, you want to shoot out with them, go ahead. But
Well,
Jokic,
they got 2 minutes and 43 seconds left to do it. Jokic is
yep.
sitting on 37 points. It looked like he might have a 40-point ball game when it's all said and done.
Oh, you can count on that. It's just too much time left in this one. You know that it's going to eventually come down to the foul game. But Jokic's interior game is nice, man. I mean, I've seen this dude doing moves that I haven't seen since forever. You know what I mean? He's got phenomenal footwork. He's big. can shoot well. This is a good game, man. The Suns got nothing to put their heads down. I think they
Once
played much
again,
better.
KCP
Yup.
with a deep three.
KCP with a dagger wide open. Mama, there goes that
Jamal
man.
Murray. Oh, God.
89 to 81.
It's
You're a
a
little bit
10-point
ahead of
ball
me.
game, 91-81.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jamal
this was
Murray just
over.
knocked
One
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 down.
minute, 53 seconds left to go. Denver's up by 10.
Yeah.
Where is Kevin Durant? Where is Jamal Murray? Oh, just speaking of Kevin Durant, there we go. But damn, Jokic just answered. Suns
No,
timeout.
the
Monte
Nuggets.
Williams realized they cannot do anything with Jokic, the 2 times MVP. He's sitting on 39 points. He got 1 minute, 34 seconds left to go to get one more point, and he'll have a 40-point doozy.
That was a pretty good play by Kevin Durant, the one he scored on. The NBA is weird. They let you get away with certain things, but not other stuff. But yeah, man, I mean, I feel as though this has been a really good game. It's a good battle. I think that this was a definitely I think that the Suns realized in that last game that they're not going to be able to just outscore the Nuggets. The Nuggets' whole thing is we're just going to stay ahead of you, but ultimately, man, they're not going to get any bigger. And I mean, I don't know what more the Suns and Chris Paul is definitely a concern.
Yes.
So but the thing is that these are questions I had coming into the postseason with the Suns when people were
Chris
trying to
Paul always get hurt in the
yeah
postseason.
people were trying to put this team in the finals already, and this team, the questions for me were defense and health.
Well, when you look at it, Phoenix have put up plenty of shots. They put up 91 shots to Denver 76, and Denver holds a 10-point lead, 93 to 83, with 1 minute 34 seconds left. But where the Phoenix Suns went wrong at is their field goal percentage is god awful. It's 39% from the floor, while Denver is fair. It's 47%. Neither team is shooting 50% from the floor. And then when you move out to the arc, Phoenix shot 33 pointers and only made 6. Denver shot 27 3-pointers and only made 7. So Phoenix is shooting 20% from the 3-point line, and Denver is shooting a god awful 25% from beyond the arc. So neither one of these teams are actually killing. What is killing is that Jokic is getting a lot of his points in that restricted area, and that's boosting up the field goal percentage for the Denver Nuggets. Outside of that, everything is practically around even, but Denver do hold a +7 on the rebound, on the defensive rebounds, but Phoenix Suns hold a +6 on the offensive rebounds.
Well, Dex, the thing that everything isn't really even because you just got finished saying the biggest stat, the first one that you said. The Suns have taken a lot more shots than the Nuggets, a lot more, way more. They should be, you know what I mean? I mean, if all is fair in love and war, the Suns should be winning this game, but they're not. All of those bricks, like the one that KD just took right there. You see where that ball went? Right to Denver. All of those bricks and
The
the
tell of the tape is that the Denver Nuggets scored 48 points to Phoenix. It was getting a little chippy to Phoenix 26 points in the paint.
yes, but you have Joker.
They damn near doubled them in the paint.
Like I
Plus
said, they have Joker.
18.
Not only do they have Joker, they attack the rim with Aaron Gordon. A bunch of dudes attack the rim in this
And
game.
that's why I was saying earlier that that field goal percentage is bumped up based on Jokic domination in the restricted area, because it shows right here plus 18 points in the paint. That you can't win.
Well,
How you gonna
this is
win
the
if you're
reason
giving
why
up 18 plus points in the paint?
well, this is actually one of the reasons why I'm more in favor of calling me traditional or conservative, but I think high percentage basketball is always better. I mean, you want to get down in the paint, or you want to get open shots. You want to get plays. Like, I'll give you a perfect example. We was watching who played yesterday.
Kevin Durant makes a 10-foot pull up.
There you go.
after Brown makes both free throws. So it's back to a 10-point game. The fast clock is engaged. 44 seconds left to go. 85-95. And
Yeah,
Denver's holding the ball.
this one is over.
Yeah, Denver protected their silo. They're going to leave this one up 2-0, headed down to the desert. And let's see if they can come down off that mile high elevation and come down to the valley and see if they can maintain their winning ways.
Well, Devin Booker had a big game to offset the Joker good game, but Derek but Booker's a perimeter player and Joker is doing this, down in the paint, picking his spot, shooting threes periodically. But yeah, like you said, that domination and players like, KCP or whatever. But the Suns played scrappy. The Suns did what they needed to do. I know the Suns wanted to get more shots, so they've been able to accomplish that. They're designed to outscore teams, so them getting up all of those buckets was probably something that they really wanted to do. And hopefully, when they get to Phoenix, some of them shots will start falling, and maybe they can pull it off.
Devin Booker makes a driving layup with 10 seconds left, but that's futile because it still remains a 10-point ball game, and it doesn't look like the Phoenix Sun will break the 100-point threshold. Neither is Denver. I think Denver is stuck on 97. I don't think they would take this last shot and they will just run the clock out, or Phoenix will have to try to foul and they don't foul. The game is over 97-87. Neither team breaks the 100-point threshold. And Devin Booker with 35 points and Nikola Jokic with 39 points. 97-87 final. Denver goes up 2-0 and they hold down their silo. And now they got to go down and meet the boys in the desert.
Well, the good thing is that they managed to close out the game without a couple of dudes fouling out. Dudes had four fouls super early in the fourth, and they get an opportunity to go back home with their crowd behind them, so the environment will be different. I'm concerned for the Suns, but we'll see what it is. They definitely need to win. The next game is definitely a must win for the Suns. I'm sure that they are aware of that. I'm gonna tell you who I expect to show up for sure. Devin Booker's definitely showing up. Uh, Prayers for CP3 that he's not, too severely injured because I think that is very important towards their success as well. But DeAndre Ayton, you want to read off some DeAndre Ayton numbers, Dex?
DeAndre Ayton played 33 minutes. He had 14 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, and 1 block. He shot 70% from the field. He did not get a free throw attempt, and that's basically it. But DeAndre Ayton, he couldn't do nothing with Jokic, man. Jokic was just too skillful for him, and DeAndre Ayton was caught flat-footed too many times in crucial moments of the ball game. Devin Booker with 35 points, Kevin Durant with 24 points, and Chris Paul played 25 minutes, and he logged in 8 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. So yeah, that could be the issue right there, the absence of Chris Paul, and it was an unexpected absence. So the Phoenix Suns could not adjust properly. You got Michael Porter Jr. I don't know what happened to him. He just disappeared also. 5 points. Aaron Gordon, 16 strong points. Jokic, that 39 and 16. That's monstrous right there. And KCP, I think KCP was a hero of this
Yep.
game because when Jokic was out, and I kind of questioned Malone taking him out while Jokic had scored like 7 points in 40 some seconds. He did not start the fourth quarter. KCP did, and KCP came out with back-to-back threes that broke the game open, and the Denver Nuggets never looked back. Jamal Murray only 10 points.
Yeah, it wasn't just his threes. He played great defense, got himself a couple of steals and blocks and stuff like that too. He definitely brought some high energy that was helpful on both ends of the court. So yeah, that was definitely a very interesting thing. It's crazy how the game ended up just like I thought it was going to end up. So yeah, hopefully the Suns make this competitive. I really, from what I've seen of these two teams, I genuinely think that the Nuggets are just a better team than the Suns. Um, they're going to need to fill some pieces for the offseason as far as getting bigger. But one thing about the Suns, we definitely know they can score, and I do expect them to shoot better at home. Hopefully, Chris Paul will show up. Chris Paul's a big performer. He's one of those dudes who doesn't need to score a lot of buckets, but when the game is on the line, he can come up, really big. He hits a bunch of
He's
big
definitely
shots,
a high
big
tier game
threes.
manager. That's for sure.
Yeah, but he closes games really well also. That's what I'm saying. Like he's a dude who he's not super aggressive offensively, but when it comes down to close the game, I mean Chris Paul can get in his bag. And so they're gonna need all hands on deck to stop this juggernaut that's coming to town in Denver for sure.
And what the hell was Mr. Curry doing out there?
What Curry you talking about, Dale?
All he was doing was fouling, running into people, acting like he playing point guard. Mr. Curry, Damian Lee. You
Oh.
didn't know that's Mr. Curry? He
Oh,
married to
oh,
Curry's
oh,
sister.
oh, all
That
right,
Lee
all
don't
right.
mean nothing. That Lee don't mean nothing. It's Mr. Curry.
Yeah,
He took
well,
her name. Shit.
that's the whack Curry.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He took her name, so he know he gonna eat forever in the NBA.
I mean, I don't know what you wanted from him. That's what he do. I mean, he
No, I don't want anything from him. I'm just pointing it out. I'm exposing him.
yeah, please do, because I mean, I hate to
I
say
mean,
it,
if
but
he wasn't married to the Curry sister, and he wasn't in that Curry family, which is the NBA legacy family, you know what I'm saying? His
yeah.
ass would be in the G League somewhere. We all know that.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know that much. I think he's a
Shit.
professional player, but he just isn't
G
a
League is
good
a
player.
professional player, Quiz.
Yeah, I know, but I think that
You must ain't really watched Damian Lee.
No, I've seen Damian Lee play before. I haven't watched, I haven't sat around and done a film study on the dude. I'm not gonna
listen
act
to
like I have.
listen to what I'm finna tell you.
All right, go ahead.
Steph Curry made sure that man had a job on the Golden State Warriors way longer than his usage was needed. It's only when it's just figured out, listen, man, this guy, listen, I'm only talking from a pundit perspective because
Right,
I'm not
right.
no professional basketball player. It was like, man, this guy, listen, he says, I'm going to make sure you get a job, but he just ain't working here no more. That's all I could tell you. And Curry got him a job.
Yeah. Well, hey,
His
I
sister
can't
got to
say that.
eat, man.
Hey, I can't say that. I can't say it's not good to have
He got to
connections
bring
in the
food.
family.
He got to go out there and get that bear meat.
Hey, I can't say it's not good to have the hookup in the family. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's nepotism at its finest.
Yeah.
Yeah, Curry's like, man, you can't be out here not feeding my sister now. We royalty in the NBA. Don't forget that. We
Mm,
got that lineage. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
If my
Definitely.
sister, if my sister, if my sister had a pair of balls, she'll be on one of these teams too.
I'm sure of it. Man, that's crazy. Sun's down bad. Um, hey, I can't say I didn't see it coming.
And KPJ really didn't do much, right? Dude only had 5 points. Jamal Murray didn't do much, 10 points.
KCP, yeah. Jamal Murray was shooting bad, but Jamal Murray came up at the end, and they knew he was going to come up and hit a couple of buckets at the end. Jamal Murray's one of those dudes who closes his game strong, but this was a game where, all things being equal, it was a winnable game for the Suns for sure, until you started looking at the way that the game kind of ended. It's like I don't know, man. Basketball is a game of runs. I was watching the game from the beginning, even when it was back and forth and close, and I just knew that the Suns was going to lose this game. But they go ahead and they play. They had their opportunity. They were up by 8, and like you said, the tide turned. And then when it comes down to the stretch, that's the thing I think that I like the Nuggets way more on, because these dudes these dudes don't miss free throws. They play down low post up basketball, which means they get to the line. And at the end of the day, those jump shots are good when they're dropping, but they're not always going to be dropping. And the defensive energy, being consistent at the defensive end, like you said, DeAndre Ayton, and optically watching the game, Dex, without just looking at numbers, I thought DeAndre Ayton played a decent game. I didn't think he played maybe the greatest offensive game, but he had a decent offensive game. It's not like he was a featured dude, but he did get a couple of nice, easy dunks. He definitely put up a defensive presence, but it just wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough at the end of the day. And I think that the Suns' lack of size is going to bite them in the behind. Like, I don't know who the backups are over there, but they need to find another center, and they need to find him fast. They need to have more bodies to throw a joker.
The backup center is Jock Landale.
No, Bismack is the dude. They're running him more than well, I mean, Lendell gets played too, the white boy.
Yeah,
But
it's kind of even.
Bismack is the backup center, the shot blocker dude that they're running. You notice they're playing him in this series too. But Bismarck is his liability is offensively. I mean, he's a terrible offensive player, but he's a great shot blocker. He'll put forth the effort. But you can't, you just can't, trust that dude. Those dudes are just like, Lendell and him, those dudes are just bodies to throw out on the court, to be honest with you.
Exactly.
But I mean, this is what the Suns need to look at in the offseason, if you ask me anyway. I mean, you're gonna need a little bit more down there. And I think that this is the first iteration of them having
Pause.
KD. I think that yeah, you're right, pause. I think this is the first iteration of them having KD. I think that the Suns will improve their roster and get a little bit better. They're gonna
Well,
need to if
god
they want to
dang,
go further.
Quiz. This is sound like necromony to me. I mean, the Suns ain't dead yet, for crying out loud.
I mean, all right. Wait, one more game.
Almost like a eschatological event.
Well, I mean, they're not dead yet, but
It's like a eulogy you preaching on the Suns.
from what I'm watching, yeah, they're not going to grow none between now and the next game. They're not getting
Well,
no bigger.
it don't have. Listen, it. I don't think it has anything to do with their size. What I think it has everything to do with Chris Paul not being that maestro on the floor in crunch time when things get a little thick. You had Miss
You
Curry.
realize that both KD and
Yeah, but they're
DeAndre
not point
Ayton.
guards though.
Hold on, but that they were both in foul trouble in this game. You know that, right?
But I think because of the
Because
lack
Joker.
of. Hold on. This is what
Hmm.
I. Well, Joker gonna get his anyway. It doesn't matter.
Right.
It doesn't matter if Chris Paul there or not. Joker gonna get his. But what I'm saying is that the reason why maybe because their foul trouble situation is because the offense was lacking and they couldn't get good execution. So that's giving Denver maybe more opportunities and they have to get back on defense. They probably out of sequence. It's just a whole lot that the point guard does, especially a high IQ point guard like Chris Paul will have his team in effect instead of out there just scrambling trying to figure out the puzzle and they don't even know what the puzzle is all about. That's what I feel. I feel that by him not being there and getting them in certain positions, so even if they do miss, they still have a good defensive stance to some degree. He wasn't there, so I just think everybody got out of alignment, and this is why Monte Williams kept calling them damn timeouts.
Oh, it looks like that hamstring or the groin. That looks like a groin. Yeah. Uh, Problem for the Suns. Jokic is same bad channel, same bad time. Jokic is gonna be back, and even if Chris Paul is out there, I already saw it early. The Suns just you ain't just gonna outscore the Nuggets. It just is what it is. They they had a game where they wanted to run, they ran. Let them put up what they put up 140 points last game, 130, 35, somewhere around that ballpark, something ridiculous. Shoot, they scored a bunch of points. They switched it up, played better defense, held them under 100, which
Neither team broke the 100-point threshold.
but
So
in this
that's
particular
credit to Sun
game,
defense as well, right?
yeah, no, I'm crediting it. I just believe me. That's what I'm giving the Suns defense credit. That's what I'm saying. They switched it up. They played a little bit better defense. They held them over 100, which 97 and 100,
Under,
but they are under
under.
100,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So
Uh-huh.
I mean, they're under 100. But the Nuggets' objective isn't to score 100. The Nuggets' objective is to win the game. They was up by 10, and the Suns, everything that they did, they're gonna need to do more of that. I'm gonna tell you what really needs to happen for the Suns is KD gotta definitely play better than this. The 24 points means nothing. When you go and take a look at, I mean, I haven't even looked at the statistics or anything like that, the box score, but the thing to look at is his his shot attempts, because he bricked a lot out there. He had a lot of bricks to build that house. He's gonna have to play a little bit better at home.
K-
Uh,
KD looked like he went through hell week for the Arizona Cardinals. I mean, the way he was moving out there, it was like he was showing his age. I ain't gonna lie, because I had my league pass pinned on KD. You know what I'm saying,
mhm.
on him, and I'm watching him more than anything else. And
Okay.
oh
You
my
can you
god,
can you can focus on the player in that. That's dope.
yeah, with the VIP.
That's amazing. The things you could do nowadays with technology. You know what you should do? You should focus it on a trash player.
No,
Put it
no,
on
that's not
Lindale.
no,
Let
no, no,
Lindale be the focus of the game.
no, because what they're gonna do is show the bench. You ain't gonna see no basketball.
Ah, it would have been dope if you would have put that on Dylan Brooks during your Lakers game. Keep it centered on Dylan Brooks.
Nah, you gotta put somebody that's gonna, got something to talk about. But
That
see,
is hilarious.
I saw Aaron Gordon just beating up on KD. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he
Every time
was.
KD
He
coming
was.
down, he was just putting his body on him. To some degree.
Yeah, and
And
and Aaron
KD
Gordon's a
offered
physical
very little
dude.
resistance.
But that's the one thing that the Nuggets have, though, is they have dudes who KD's not going up against some little dudes. You've got Aaron Gordon, who's a physical dude. Um, then you got the
Christian Braun,
Michael Porter Jr.,
he's not
who
physical.
he's not physical. No, he's
That's
not
why they sat
physical.
his ass down. So they sat his
I'm
ass
not
down.
saying he's not
But
physical,
Christian
but
Braun is physical.
he's not physical, but he's lengthy. So when he's been out there, I mean, the
I don't think
first
that
half he got
disturbs KD. I don't think length disturbs KD.
he
I
blocked
think you
KD
just
in the
gotta kind of
first
like
half.
put your skin on his skin.
He blocked
But
KD a couple times
but
in the
did you see
first half.
Christian B? Because Christian B, see, like I said, I was watching KD, so Christian B was like, grabbing his jersey, like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't letting you out of my sight.
All right, yeah. Well,
And
it's
I
the
was
playoffs.
surprised
You
that
know how
Christian
that
B
goes.
plays that type of defense. I
Yeah.
didn't know he played that type of defense.
Well, we're gonna see what it is, man. Tomorrow we have the first game with the Lakers, huh?
Yes, sir.
Oh
You
man,
already know it.
that one. That's gonna be exciting.
That's the game of the night. But what you
Playing
have to
in
say
Golden
about the
State.
Celtics and the 76ers?
Well, I spoke on that a little bit earlier, but
Oh, you
man,
did? Okay.
put some respect on James Harden's name. That's all I'm gonna say. People love
Right,
you know how
right.
people, the thing I like about the
You
playoffs
said your
that
brother was crucifying James Harden,
oh
right?
he's made a living crucifying James Harden. And it was only this year because, when he crucifies James Harden, especially like this year, one of my things with James Harden is right. James Harden never really played defense. That's a fact. If you want to get down on James Harden for all of the collapses he had in Houston, absolutely. Does James Harden deserve the criticism he gets? For sure. You know what I mean? But one thing about James Harden that I just think that uh, people seldom ever say is you're talking about a dude who's the number one and number two dude in assists every year in the NBA, right? I mean,
Yes, he's a playmaker.
he's a phenomenal facilitator. And yeah, maybe his shots doesn't fall, but then when you looked at
But
that
look who he's
game tonight,
passing to. You use the word phenomenal like it's like loose. But look who James Harden's passing to. Kevin Durant, KD.
yeah,
You
but
follow what I'm saying? At one time, Patty Mills, when he was one of the top 3-point shooters, not this season, but the prior season. You know what I'm saying? So
the thing is, Dex, he's played on a multitude of teams. And you do have your star players here. You have your KD, you have your Kyrie, you even have your Joel Embiid. But when you watch James Harden play and you see these passes, he gets everybody involved. He gets people the ball and he gets people the ball in positions to score. Think about it. How many times do you see him throw that penetration lob to whoever it is? I don't care if it's Nick
Claxton.
Claxton or you know what I mean.
Yeah,
You saw the way he made Capella look. You know what I mean. I mean,
yeah, he was doing it with Griffin for a minute, right?
yeah, yeah. I mean, but James Harden is an offense. He's offense in and of himself. You know what I mean with the basketball. So and the thing is that he's still James Harden. So he has his nasty games for sure. But you look at what he did tonight, and I mean, you can't you remember that. Oh yeah, this dude is a superstar. That's why this guy's on a max contract. Because
Well, we're gonna
tonight he
see. We're gonna see
murdered.
if he replicates that.
Listen,
But
but
never.
tonight for sure, he definitely murdered the Celtics. There's no question about that. He dropped
Yeah,
damn near 50 on them. You know what I
yeah. He
mean? And I
bludgeoned.
mean,
He bludgeoned him for real.
he slaughtered them. He hit like 6 threes. Not only that, I think somebody's probably right now getting medical treatment for some cracked ankles because I seen him
Hmm.
crack a few people. He cracked Jalen Brown's ankles bad out there, but Jalen ain't slipped. Thank goodness for that. He kept his grip. He didn't slip, but he definitely let James Harden right past him. I
Right.
mean,
So when we look at this game right here, Murray and KPJ kind of stunk up the
KCP,
joint. No,
KCP.
KPJ
Oh, you're talking about
Porter.
Michael Porter Jr.,
No, Kevin.
Kevin Porter Jr.
Right.
All right.
They both kind of stuck up the joint, but Murray did get a little relief in the end, like you said earlier, making those free throws, made a couple little jump shots, so he ended up with the 10 points. Do you see them having that type of game in the desert, or do you see they recalibrate and go ahead and be the force that we know them to be?
I think the Suns need to stick to kind of the game plan that they have. Obviously, they affected Jamal Murray a little bit. The thing is that you're not gonna. Jamal Murray is too good for him to continue to have a game like he had tonight. He is having a bad game, but he's gonna be there at the end because he's just a phenomenal basketball player. But the Suns definitely um, I think that they targeted something and they achieved it. They shot the ball way more times. They shot the ball at least like 20 times more than the Nuggets, according to those numbers that you said.
Right,
So
exactly. That's
I
right.
think they want to keep doing that. So I think that yeah, they lost this game, but I think if they do that, I mean, because bottom line is they need more buckets. And to be quite honest with you, no knock on KD or anything like that. And KD is a good player. I think that KD is also working hard defensively because he's been helping out in the paint. You had a senator on KD. I'm sure you saw KD down in the paint. He got a bunch of fouls this game trying to stick some of these dudes who were attacking the rim who were bigger. But I think they should probably try to stick to that same model, and with the crowd behind them, they should be able to score more buckets. They just have to shoot a little bit better. And you know what I mean? And this is a professional basketball team, and I'm pretty sure they will. Devin Booker, I expect Devin Booker to continue doing what he's been doing in this postseason. And one thing about Devin Booker, he's different, Dex. Like his ability to get to the hole with the quickness that he has. Um, I mean, people are gonna need to start really looking at Devin Booker a little bit more because a lot of people really they give Devin Booker credit, but they don't really put that much respect on his name. But Devin Booker is he's an elite offensive performer for real. I mean, that dude is good. He's special. He is wet from the outside when he gets it going, and he attacks the rim and he plays like hard nose. He's not as great defensively, but he's definitely the dude that's going to lead the charge. You can pretty much count on him leading the charge scoring. KD and him both could shoot better. I don't know about all those other dudes on the squad though. That's where things start getting fishy for the Suns, like the others on their team. The others on their team or whatever. And I thought they got some I mean, they didn't target DeAndre Ayton because he's, kind of undersized this matchup, but they got a lot out of him. I thought that DeAndre Ayton played pretty good. DeAndre Ayton could focus on hitting those boards a little bit more. That'll help him. But I think if they bring the same game plan they brought for this game, to Phoenix, they'll have a chance of at least winning that game again. And with the crowd behind them, I think they should. I mean, if they shoot 20 more times than any team with the shooters that they have, they should be able to outscore them. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, and you know what? The other thing that I want to compliment is that when you look at the overall scope of this game, the Phoenix Suns only scored 87 points. Now, in 94, yeah, that'd be a good scoring output, right? But not in 2023. That's just
Right.
miserable. The Suns bench was outscored by one person off of the Denver Nugget bench, and that's
Mhm.
Bruce Brown. Bruce Brown had 9 points tonight. He didn't even break double figures. And that
Right.
9 points outscored the totality of the Suns bench.
Bingo. And that is the big thing I was talking about with them question mark wise is the Suns' depth and defense. Their depth, defense, and health. Yeah. Good point. Great observation, Dex.
I
Plus,
think that's
plus
bad,
another
especially on the
thing,
road.
and this is one of the reasons why I feel as though the Nuggets are a better team than them. And people can say what they want about all these superstars. The Nuggets play as a team. Even when they have Joker out there, and it's not just Joker and Jamal Murray. They move the ball well. They put people in position to score. You know what I mean? Uh, I thought they played a much better job defensively too. This game, and they're not really like when you're not able to score 100 points on a team like the Nuggets. That's not even a defensive team. You got to play better. That's it. So they did some things I think that were good. I think that them getting up the buckets, they definitely, got up the buckets. I mean, by them getting up that many buckets, that means that they did a decent job rebounding on those long shot opportunities, for second chance opportunities, uh, or whatever. But you got to knock down the shots. Y'all just got to knock them down.
Now, when I go look at the Suns bench, I'm looking at a couple of players that was just downright despicable. Mr. Curry,
Mm,
25. He logged 25 minutes, north of 25 minutes, 0 points.
wow.
You can't do that if you know that Chris Paul is out. It's different if Chris Paul is in, and you don't have to try to chore up that responsibility to assist and help Kevin Durant, Booker, and DeAndre Ayton, right? But Chris Paul is down. He's not coming into the game. You have to put pressure on the Denver Nuggets from that position because you are the first strike. You supposed to be preemptive. You're supposed to be preemptive in executing a strike against the Denver Nuggets defense. And it seemed like him and Payne
There you
was
go.
very
I was about to
reserved.
mention that. I'm glad you mentioned that because I was about to get on that. I was over here thinking, I was like, let me keep my mouth shut. Because I was like, you talking about Mr. Murray. I'm thinking about those nasty shots. I can't forget those nasty shots I saw Cameron Payne take out there. I mean, I
Mm.
give him credit because one of them was at least was pressed against the shot clock. But I mean, his shot form looks nasty as hell. And then when you shoot in air balls, I think he shot like 2 air balls, 2 nasty bricks for sure that I remember clearly. You know what I mean? I don't remember what Damian Lee did, but I definitely remember campaign was useless out there.
Yeah,
Um,
Mr. Curry.
but the thing is, Payne
He's
did
running out
actually
there.
get he did actually get a steal. He created a turnover, so I'll give him credit for at least one good thing he did. So you know,
I mean, he didn't go Nathan, so that's
yeah,
cool. He
right,
did get
right,
2 points. He didn't go Nathan, but
right.
Craig went Nathan. Mr. Curry went Nathan.
And who's that other
Wainwright went
dude?
Nathan.
Who's that other dude that they
And
bought from New
Dale went
Jersey?
Nathan.
Hold on, who's that other dude that they bought from New Jersey? They
Wainwright.
bought, I mean, from Brooklyn. The dude who came over with KD. They didn't
What
even
they brought
play him
over?
tonight.
What they brought over from Brooklyn with KD?
Yeah, they got somebody else over there. He came with KD. I forget the dude's name, but
Not
he's supposed to.
Warren. Not Warren?
Yeah, Warren,
Yeah,
TJ
TJ.
Warren. He didn't get no minutes tonight.
He was a DMP.
All right, I missed the third quarter because I was out doing something, so I didn't know. But I don't
Yeah, he got
understand
a
why they're not
DMP.
playing him.
I don't know. He must be having an attitude or something.
They might as well get him on the court. They playing games. That dude can actually score. You talk about, you said their bench.
But he could score in the bubble. You mean in the bubble he could score?
He can score. Period.
I
He can
understand
score
that,
better
but
than that
that's what
dude.
he broke. He broke out in the bubble when there was no crowd.
Right.
TJ Warren was like the man in the bubble. You know what I'm saying? You had a few bubble burst outs. TJ
Okay.
Warren, Devin Booker, what's the other cat name? Jamal Murray, Daniel House. Who else broke out in the bubble?
Dex, you know the funny thing? I'm gonna tell you something, Dex. I didn't watch the bubble at all. They stopped their NBA season for felt like a couple months. I wasn't interested at all. I saw who won, so I didn't actually watch any of that bubble stuff or whatever. I thought that was kind of weird.
You
I'm
didn't
not.
watch Zion in the bubble?
Nah, I didn't watch Zion in the bubble. I didn't watch nobody in the bubble. I didn't watch
You didn't watch
anybody.
Lonzo Ball in the bubble?
No, sir. I didn't see nobody in the bubble.
Well, you didn't miss nothing with Lonzo Ball. I'm gonna tell you that now.
Well, the thing about it, I know people were excited about it because basketball was back, but it was just kind of weird that basketball disappeared for like 2 months, and then they popped this thing back up. It just kind of disturbed my whole groove, and you know what I mean. Like I was like, they playing basketball. I didn't catch out one game, so it's funny. I'm just saying that because it's funny when I hear you guys talk about the bubble. I know that some of these dudes got a name like Playoff P, right?
Pandemic Pete.
Yeah, Pandemic P. He got Playoff P went to Pandemic P in the bubble, right?
Yep.
And he stayed that way. He ain't
And
never
Lemon
come
Pepper
back.
Lou. Remember, Lemon Pepper Lou got that name from the bubble.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because he caught at the strip club, right?
Yep.
I remember the story.
He had a family emergency. He over there eating lemon pepper Lou at Magic
Yo,
City.
that's crazy.
Eating lemon pepper wings. He never lived that down, man. You know that?
Hey
He
man,
never
shit.
lived that down.
My brother gotta eat.
Lemon Pepper Lou ain't been the same since, man.
My brother gotta eat.
Yeah, that's cold.
That's crazy. But the thing that's crazy is now we have a real basketball season. Everybody's played the full season. NBA is getting kind of weird to me though now because it's definitely more noticeable than ever before. Like the way that they're like these dudes be sitting out resting. They be resting these dudes hard nowadays. And then the funny thing is, you think that they resting like they're just resting up for the playoffs. Then the dudes get in the playoffs, man, and they be out again.
I don't understand Chris Paul. It seems like he have a playoff hex on him. Whoever got
I
that
try to
voodoo
tell you,
doll and
Dex.
sticking needles in Chris
Dex.
Paul, please. Because he
Dex.
left, he left New Orleans.
I'm trying to tell you, Dex, you need to go back and look at my Kardashian curse episode, man. I'm trying to tell you, man.
But not on Chris Paul.
Curse. It was on him. You got to go back and look at it because I broke it all down, bro. Listen, check it out. Chris Paul was on that Clippers team, right?
Yep.
All right. Now he wasn't directly dating a Kardashian, then, but one of his teammates was. Then check it out. He went to the Rockets. Remember that?
Yep.
He wasn't dating a Kardashian, but one of his teammates was.
Okay.
Right?
Keep going.
He got on the Suns.
Yep.
He wasn't dating a Kardashian, but one of his teammates was.
Yep.
Right?
But that teammate is swell. He's swelling up.
Hold on. And it gets worse.
Okay.
It gets worse.
It get worse.
It gets worse.
I'm not watered down, but I'm dying of thirst.
Did you see Kanye's last tweet on Twitter before?
No, I don't even look at that
his
stuff.
DEF CON post.
I don't look at that stuff.
Listen, Kanye's it's classic. This is an iconic post. He posted a post about the mother of his children being hooked up with none other than the State Farm insurance dude. Yes, Cliff Paul was getting it in with Miss K, according to Kanye. Kanye has smoke with him. So he's delved 10 toes down. He's been around and surrounded with.
I think I heard Kanye say something about Chris Paul.
Yeah, he called him out. That was the last post before he got banned on Twitter. He said yeah. I mean, it was shocking because it just came from left field. It was like all of the stuff Kanye had going on at the time. This just came out of left field all of a sudden. Yeah, and then you're sleeping with it. Yo, hilarious. So I think that Chris Paul, when you say hex, is probably the right word.
Okay, but what about Devin Booker? Why it doesn't apply to him?
It does apply to him. Devin Booker and Chris Paul ain't win. Remember when they played against the
But Devin Booker's not getting all hurt and stuff. He's making all-stars.
Yeah, but you remember when was Devin Booker, they were both on the court in the finals that year where they played against the Bucks. Remember that?
Yep.
You remember how that game ended?
Yeah,
go back and look how that game ended. That's Kardashian curse. If that ain't Kardashian curse, I don't know what is. Chris Paul, who never turns the ball over, turns the ball over in the most critical moment. Unbelievable. I never would have in a million years imagined that would have happened.
I think that's more pareidolia than actual fact.
No, I mean, you go back and look at the game. Look at the way the game ended. Chris Paul turned the ball over at the end of the game.
No, I'm talking about the Kardashian curse on Chris Paul.
Oh, I mean, the Kardashian curse. The Kardashian curse is funny and amusing. You know what I mean? And people don't have to believe it, but it's just funny when I start going through looking at the Kardashian curse. It's funny how after these dudes get with the Kardashians, that they always have these mysterious professional catastrophes. It's like it's think about it. In Houston, all the inexplicable James Harden meltdowns. I mean, hey, maybe it's just coincidence, just like I say when I talk about it. But
okay, how long do that curse last?
I have no idea, man. Nobody knows, man. Somebody got to get Candyman to explain it to us. I never heard nobody break it down, the details of why it is. Maybe it has something to do with them, with their beauty products and bathing in blood or something like that. I don't know who these people are paying tithes to or why it works, but it just seems like all these people have professional meltdowns at the worst time.
Hypothesis was based on the Kardashian curse, meaning that their dad, Rob Kardashian Sr., helped OJ obfuscate a murder case.
Right. But
that's what it's supposed to be. The Kardashian
You never
curse.
know. Listen, you know what? It might be the ghost of Robert Kardashian. Who knows? He might be lingering around. He might be getting revenge for the OJ murder by murdering basketball players' careers.
Yeah, since he was an adamant how can I say this? He was an adamant I won't say proprietor, but I don't know. But he was very adamant about his position in the OJ situation on that dream team.
I mean, where others
had doubt. No, listen, no, it was more than his attorney. It was his friend. First of all, they friends.
Right.
And I think it was Rob Kardashian the one, because I think he was the one hired first.
And right. He was already OJ's attorney. He's the one who put together the team.
Right. He put together the team. There you go. And so that was supposed to be the curse because he put together the dream team, got OJ off for killing 2 people and things of that nature. And from that point, that from what I can remember, the start of the Kardashian curse. And it started with Rob Kardashian, Jr. When he was having all his things, he couldn't get over the hump. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
so yeah. The curse from the father went to the son.
I'm not sure because I think that
everything Rob did basically didn't go right.
Yeah,
all of his business ventures, it didn't go right.
But his things worked out for Kim for sure. I mean, her
No,
career
but that's
took
what
off.
no, that's what
She
I'm
didn't even
saying.
do
So
anything.
that's where it's supposed to been with Rob. It
All
wasn't
right,
with the girls.
right,
You follow what I'm saying? It was with Rob because the girls was being successful and Kim made the tape. So you know how that springboard her into stardom. But Rob,
right.
being the son, never got none of his. He used a lot of money to get his business and stuff going, and all of his endeavors seemed to fall short of the glory, and even his love life. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean,
it
he's
was
the one who
almost like he
chose to
was a mess.
get it. He's the one who wanted to hook up with a thought. I mean, that's his own dumbass fault. But
Well, it's a whole lot of people hook up with the
you're right
thoughts.
about it. But my Kardashian curse conspiracy really wasn't connected to the dad. Mine was completely totally different. It was just basically the connection between the Kardashians and them dating athletes, and what happens with these athletes' career. I wasn't even aware that there was a theory about Rob
That's
Kardashian
the
curse with
original.
his
Yeah,
son.
that's the
So
original espousing of the curse
I
because
like
of
the
that.
fact that
And
you
it
brought
didn't
that
and
to
it
me.
didn't come from our side. It came from their side. It came
Right,
from,
right.
white folks' side
And
because
the
of that.
thing about it is,
And then we
when I
jumped
did
on
the
it because of Kim
so
and what's her name? Ray
Dex.
J. Then we
So
jumped in on it.
so when I broke in and I did a expose and really went into the Kardashian curse, just about the relationship with the Kardashians and these athletes. I had to go back and look at certain things. And the funny thing is that I went all the way back to the mama, right? They say you get it from your mama, right?
Hmm.
Now remember that their mom has alleged connections to two of Americans' darling athletes, right?
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
mean, I'm sure that you've heard of her connection with OJ, but
Hmm.
and we see how OJ turned out.
Yeah,
But
with Chloe. Yeah.
not just him. The father of the Jenner family, Bruce Jenner, was one of America's most beloved Olympians of all time.
Right.
Both of them graced the cover of the Wheaties
Very
box, and you
prestigious.
know
Right.
that
Very,
is
very prestigious.
right. And
You
both of those men that she was messing with, that she's
well,
allegedly have her connections with, which we
okay,
know it's
there we
not
go.
alleged with Bruce Jenner.
Right. Well,
And
OJ's allegedly.
right, and the funny thing is that she beat him down so much that he don't even want to acknowledge being a man no more. That's just hilarious to me.
Well,
But
Bruce did wear them little tight shorts back in the day, so you know.
yes, he did. But I mean, we thought it was just part of his athletic wardrobe. Now we find out that what I mean. He was wanting to wear his wife's clothes and all kind of stuff. Like anyway, he checked out of being he checked out of being
I mean, Craig Mack even used Bruce Jenner as a token of symbolism in his rap. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
Be a
Yeah,
winner like Bruce Jenner.
yeah. Yep. Oh man, I remember that.
That
Goodness
flavor
gracious.
in your ear. That's
Sounded more and
crazy,
more
right?
like my dad every freaking second. I just said yeah, that's some stuff my dad used to say. When he be getting heated in conversations or whatever. But check it though, man. I mean, like I think I did a really good job of going and just kind of like looking at it because I was just looking at it from
Listen, you
the
looked at it much
Chloe.
deeper than I expected. I'm telling you that right now.
Yeah, because at first I was like, I was just kidding around, but then I started looking. I was like, man, I started thinking about it. Remember Chris Humphries, right?
Yep. Yeah.
See, and the thing is, like,
Her first husband. Yeah.
Chris Humphries wasn't like he wasn't like what I mean, a 5-star NBA player, but he had a successful
I
basketball
think he made the
career.
All Star before.
Yeah, he wasn't no chump basketball
I think he made
player.
the
He
All
was
Star
actually a
one year.
decent player. He was a halfway decent player, man, and he was focused on his career. I remember when he married Kim K, and you know what I mean, and he was like, because that was the first athlete that they brought on their reality show.
Right.
Because what you call it, Reggie Bush wanted no parts of any of that
Right.
nonsense.
Yeah.
Reggie Bush
I
was
think
probably
Reggie went on a show though. I think he did go on a show.
he was on there because he was dating her when they started the show. So remember,
Hmm.
he popped up a couple of times, but he wasn't
Right.
really on there. He just popped up because everybody knew that he was dating her, but he
Hmm.
wasn't like featured. He wasn't like he wasn't out there. You know what I mean, looking for some glory and anything
Right.
like that. And Reggie Bush was a really good football player. In fact, I'm a lifetime Dolphins fan. He even came over to my Dolphins,
Hmm.
and I liked Reggie Bush. I can't really attribute much. I can't attribute any shortcomings that Reggie Bush had as a professional football player. other than any more than, you know what I mean? He was undersized anyway, coming to the NFL, pardon me. And he was a good multi-purpose back because he had good hands. He could run, but he was more of a guy that you would like pitch or, throw the ball out the slot. But he was a decent football player. And he was also smart enough to get out of the way because, I mean, Kim K had that tape going on around out there. And I thought anybody who was really messing with her seriously was probably a certified fool because you know how Hollywood is. You're going to come into them circles. I'm not trying to be in a circle with somebody.
Oh, man, I hit that.
Yeah, not only did they say I hit it, yo, check it out. I got it on video. You know what I mean? I mean, like when you go to the club and you see people laughing over in the corner at you, but they don't laugh when you come around, man. You already know what it is, man.
That's damn near every woman in Hollywood.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I wasn't
all of them some Uzis and home records.
Yeah, we about to get up out of here, man. I appreciate all y'all for checking with us. Shout out All Access. Shout out Quiz. We got the Los Angeles Lakers tomorrow. It's Flight Sports.
Yes, sir.
Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.